campaign and we just secretly remove you from this.
Yeah. How dare you enjoy another campaign?
Apollos, is there something you want to tell everyone about, or?
Nope.
Oh, okay. All right.
Not at the moment. No, we have a few of us have discussed the possibility of, like, on our off weeks maybe doing some like a different kind of campaign, short run campaign or something for those who wanted to, but I haven't gotten all that stuff in line yet, thinking about what that might look like. So it's still more immaterial at the moment.
I'd be in.
Great. I knew you would be, TC. Like, if you guys are familiar with Dimension 20, how they do a lot more, it's like based on 5e rules, but the homebrew of it is like completely off the wall. Like, they did one in New York, like a magic version of New York. So
That's
kind of like,
cool.
Ooh,
I like that.
let's do American Hogwarts campaign.
Oh my god!
I would actually be down for something like that, creating like a school of wizardry.
I'd be
Everyone
so
would have
down.
to have like some version of a
Yeah.
modified wizard class. Something
But I
like
want
that.
it to be like Italian New York or like Italian New Jersey. I want it to be like New Jersey Italian Hogwarts.
You want me
Hogwarts.
to
we could
try
do
to
that.
pull off an accent? Are you fucking kidding me? This is gonna be
So
terrible.
you
Yeah,
need
I
to bring
cannot
back
do a New
Buffy
York
the Bull-
accent.
Tide was
God.
Toast was
Hey,
born for this.
walkity.
Yeah, wait. We're just New Jersey. New Jersey. I can just talk. This is
I
great.
can just talk.
Yeah, but you need to be grittier.
I gotta.
You-
I
Yeah,
think I'm
hand
the
it
only
up a
one
bit.
here that hates
The northern accent.
Hogwarts. Harry.
Oh,
no,
Harry
what is Hogwarts? Fucking Harry Potter. I fucking hate it.
Oh man,
All of
Um,
the feasts are just sandwich meat
it's all deli.
Hey, let me go to the
and like
deli.
pasta.
My character will be a house elf. I would like to work in the kitchens.
You're stuck on this kitchen train, huh?
Yeah, I want to have a whole arc where my little house elf finally gets somebody throws some clothing at me. I want that.
Perfect.
Why?
Bet
What do you
I'll do it
mean?
first session
Dirty
and ruin your
clothing or
temp-
clothing for you to wear? I'm confused.
So they can be
Oh,
free.
you don't know. It's so I can be free. Once a house elf is
Yeah.
given an article of clothing, they're allowed to be free. They don't have to be an enslaved little
Oh.
house elf anymore.
I
Yeah,
didn't know what
Hogwarts
you
is run
were
on
saying.
slavery. Mm-hmm.
Oh, is this a Harry Potter thing?
The
Yeah,
whole,
Harry
yeah,
I
the
Potter
whole
watched the
thing
theme would be
first
Harry Potter.
movie and I was like, this is so childish. I'm not watching the rest of this series or reading the books.
You know what?
Well, I
on-
was a child when those came out.
I know
so
I
it's
wasn't. I'm a little bit
very
older than you
yeah.
guys, so I'm like,
Mm.
I can't get on board with it. Sorry.
They get better at the
Just like
end.
Twilight. I watched Twilight and I was like, this is the stupidest fucking vampire thing. I cannot
Trash.
believe. I
Yeah.
cannot believe that this
Yeah, I
is the
was too
future of
old by the time
vampires.
That is
Twilight
true.
Came out, yeah.
Twilight is trash.
When you're an Anne Rice fan, Twilight
I'm an
just
Anne Rice
felt
fan.
like shit.
was
When you're an Anne
like-
Rice fan, Twilight felt like shit.
I
I
was like, what is
waited
wrong
for
with
Breaking
kids
Dawn to
now?
come out. The book at midnight release at Borders in line with like 300 people. So
She said Borders
Um,
at Books a
when-
Million.
When he was like,
Borders,
I have a
yeah.
secret, and then he let the
Borders
sun
was
hit
still
his
open.
skin, and his skin was sparkly. I was like, this is so dumb. It's like I just turned it off at that
okay,
point.
listen up, Fleur. If it wasn't for Twilight, Borders would have closed 3 years earlier. Okay, we got 3 extra years of Borders and Barnes and Nobles being open across the country because of the Twilight books.
Ugh,
I don't think it was worth it.
it's horrible. Yeah,
I
it
don't think
wasn't
it was
worth it.
worth it.
No.
No, my sister and I spent a lot of time in FYE when we were on the ice diet because we were too poor to afford food, and that got us through a lot of days. So I'm happy that they were open as long as they were. Like, that got sad. All right. On that note, I really hope we don't die to these wolves, guys.
Last session, what happened last
So
session?
last
DM?
session.
Last session on Kyrios.
Yeah, let's do a recap. Last time, the party sailed deep into the mist, seeking out its source in a temporal rift foretold by the mysterious lilac-skinned elven-like woman. With compasses going haywire and a lack of direction, the group sailed aimlessly at first, until into the night, Leon's arm glowed with a soft white light pointing in the direction they should go. When aligned, the spinning compass that was going haywire grew still, letting Kai and Tide and Leon know which direction they should go in the day. An upset Tinka confronted Leon about his recklessness with the lives aboard the ship, resulting from the magical explosion from the previous day, now 2 sessions ago. Sylvan once again stuck her foot in her mouth, speaking unwisely of the dead around the young Simon, whose parents had just died a few weeks prior. Though on
Really should've
realizing
used
it,
gift of gab then.
should have. On realizing it, though, she apologized and swore not to do it again, which we'll see if that pans out. This is a Jilly self-insert. The group encountered strange occurrences in the mist. Not just the storm as they would expect, but a ghastly ship, a silvered still ocean surface, and deep below the surface, Phaelin sensed something aberrant moving below. Trying their best to mark the location for possible return later, the group did continue to sail on. They discovered a silent stowaway. It happened to be the lilac-skinned elven woman who had hid aboard and introduced herself finally as Trisva. Apologizing for her deception, she did speak, however, warning over the upcoming dangers in hopes to prepare the party for what was to come. Sailing on, out of the mist, grew this large, towering island, stretched high into the sky, the highest mountain peak stretching above the mist. And disembarking the ship, the crew decided to stay aboard, those who were not part of the adventuring party, and taken into the impossible bottle so that they would be able to be taken safely on this adventure. So Tide, you have
I remember what I'm supposed to do.
all of the lives of the people inside a tiny bottle, along with your ship.
Don't smash
Stoned
do not
in.
drop
Oh.
that bottle.
Also,
Do not
don't
drop
put
the
it in the
bottle.
bag of holding.
Don't do that.
Noted.
Noted.
Who has the bottle?
Tide has it.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I remember. I wrote this down. I'm supposed to talk to the evil wolves or speak with animals so that they can name the session.
you were prepared? Perfect.
I'm prepared. I wrote
Yes.
that down so I didn't forget. We talked about this.
Good,
So
good.
we are casting speak with animals, and we're gonna
As soon
ask
as we
these
get
wolves
started.
what's
the deal?
up. Sorry,
Oh, you're
Yo,
perfect.
dog.
I
How
didn't
you
want to
doing?
forget.
Our 7 adventurers set forth into the jungle landscape and eventually were able to find a path thanks to Phaelin's tracking. And after a few hours of hiking, in the distance, the group saw crystalline stones rising from the ground and an enormous castle that appeared to be embedded in the mountain face. Though as they drew near, were confronted by 3 enormous wolves stepping from the brush into their path, snarling, deep red eyes glaring and saliva dripping. And that's where we pick up this week. Thanks to some good rolls and Phaelin's ranger feats, the party was not attacked with a surprise round as these wolves step from the shadows of the trees. Anything you want to do, you can do. What you kind of see ahead of you as these wolves beginning to position themselves, though at the moment, they have not begun to attack. So, speak with animals happens.
Donna, speak to me.
Before she does that, can I just ask? Do you recall? I'm debating if I can cast guidance. I have on here that I've used charges recently, but has it been a new day? I don't know if I was keeping track properly.
Yeah, this is the
do I
dawn
have this available?
basically the dawn of the next morning was when you guys disembarked onto this
Okay.
island. So anything that would have been like a daily refresh would have refreshed. I don't think charges on the book would have refreshed because it hasn't been a week yet.
Yeah, but the pendant I would have, because
Correct.
that refreshes at dawn, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so when Leon sees her begin to speak with animals, he's gonna cast guidance on her.
Okay.
And on that note, when Tinka sees her cast it, she's gonna hold Firebolt in case one of them attack.
Cool. Holding an action. Love it.
Hello, doggos.
You say doghouse? Are
I say
you
doggos.
directing at any particular one or just
You know
the
what?
group?
I'm gonna wave, friendly wave at the big one.
Okay.
I'm gonna say hello, doggos. I'm gonna correct myself, Mr. Wolf. I am Silwyn. What's your name?
He gets low to the ground and says, what are you doing here? I don't do a good wolf
We're
voice.
trying. It's okay. It was great. We're trying to save the island.
Save the island. From what?
Yeah. The evil mist.
We don't need saving.
Do you need food?
Um,
Do you have fish? Do we have fish? Anyone got a fish? Tinka, I know you've got a fish.
And I don't think we brought any. We can.
Didn't bring
Uh,
fish. Tide Faline, give me perception checks.
It looks really
22. And yeah, you get to do it with advantage, Faline, because this is your favorite terrain.
Did mine go through into the game?
I did not see it in the
It
game.
Dang.
No.
Okay,
Oh,
22.
No, you just
Alright.
showed up in the roll 20 as well. So
I got a nat 22. Hold on.
Dope. Okay.
Ah.
Love the nat 20.
Well, I
We
rolled
count it.
Oh, okay.
Wait, yeah,
You
I'm
can
gonna
count
count
it.
it because we can pull it up in
Yeah,
The
it showed,
D&D
yeah, it showed up.
tracker,
Yeah,
the
it showed up.
tracker in D&D.
Oh, I didn't know there was a tracker in D&D Beyond.
Yeah, in D&D
yeah,
Beyond, there's a
it
tracker.
shows
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you could see it in there.
I was surprised when Apollo saw one of my rolls before, and I'm like, oh, you can see that.
oh
Okay.
God.
The two of you
Oh.
hear from behind you more stalking. The rest of you don't see it, but these two hear. You guys are surrounded. When
I
you
talk
say,
our
"Do
way
you
out of this
need
situation,
food?"
Oh, God.
The big one says, "Food is good."
Well, if you can help us and show us the way, we'll give you all the food you could ask for.
What
Does nobody
way?
else notice the other wolves? Is that what you said?
Yeah, right now it's just the two of you who've picked up on it. They are in the shadows. They are imperceptible. They're like behind the trees and stuff. You just recognize that they're there. You
This
can
is
hear
her favorite terrain.
them. Hmm. And with Tide's nat 20, you can pick up that there are 3 of them behind you on either side.
I'm just gonna like eye the rest of the group and sort of like nudge my head, like,
Are th-
there's other stuff back here.
Those are the ones I'm seeing now, right?
Yeah,
Or is there
everyone
more?
sees everything on the map, but only the
Okay.
two of you are the ones who actually see them on the map.
Okay, I gotcha. I didn't know if you were talking. There was 3 off screen that I hear.
Nope, just what you see
No,
here.
the 3 on the bottom.
Then I'm
just
gonna like
Yeah.
nudge our head to the behind us to the right and to the left.
I'll try and silently point them out.
Yeah, just like kind of like eyes, wink, wink, and nudge.
I, as
Well,
the
she's
DM, I'm
talking.
going to be gracious and remind you that some of you have bands of far speech.
I got my band of far speech.
Yeah, I can figure that out. But we're all together, aren't we? So who would we
I'd trade
talk
me
to?
spot.
We can talk to each other so the wolves don't hear.
Yeah, you can whisper
Oh,
and
I guess
everyone
I
can
could
hear
whisper.
it. Hmm.
Yeah, well, right next to each other. Wolves would be able to hear us.
They
I'm
do
sorry,
have
but
keen
wolves would be able to
hearing.
hear us.
They do have keen
Yeah.
hearing, keen senses.
I'm not gonna whisper because I'm gonna assume
Not
they
use
can hear us,
telepathy,
and I'm just
yeah.
gonna like do the eyes and kind of like
Yeah, can I do like a sleight of hand or something to try and point them out without them noticing?
Yeah, do a sleight of hand, but it's going to be at disadvantage because of their keen senses. Okay. They pick up on it. Let me do a quick roll. They don't perceive it as being a threat, though. Just kind of are keeping aware. You do hear from behind you, kind of in this direction, the rustling gets louder. And
Which
now
direction?
everyone, this bottom right, Wolf,
okay.
from behind you. Now everyone heard that. Like, that was
Okay.
perceptible by
Huh?
everybody. You said
All right,
food.
Continue conversation. Yeah, sorry.
Yes. We have so much food. It's all back in our ship, but we will give you more food than you could possibly imagine if you're willing to help us.
What is ship?
A big, tree that floats on the water.
It has food.
More food than you can imagine.
Deception check. Or persuasion.
What,
What are we
well, but here's the
in?
thing though, like, can Tide make good berries and just feed these wolves? Like,
I don't know if the wolves are gonna like that. Persuasion or deception?
Persuasion or
I will
deception.
see
Wolves
then.
eat-
We can
eat
flavor the berries.
Wolves
We can
eat
flavor the berries
berries.
as meat.
25.
IRL wolves eat berries.
IRL, they are carnivores.
Yeah, I say they're carnivores.
No,
They're
they
not gonna
do, but they
fair.
eat berries too. The wolves eat
Wait,
berries
but
in
we
the
can
wild.
we
Oh,
have
that's true.
prestidigitation. We can flavor the berries as
We
meat.
can.
meat,
We
that's
can
right.
flavor them. We could at least fill their tummy until we can get them fish.
Yeah,
Tide, how many can you make?
we're gonna domesticate these wolves, you
I can-
guys.
Can
we're
I
gonna
look around for
domesticate them and have
berries?
Make
and have
10.
our own wolves on the boat. I'm so
'Cause I
excited.
Okay,
have
make 10.
advantage. I have advantage for like foraging for more berries if we need more.
True.
It'll fill them up if they eat one. So let's start with the
Yeah.
10 and see what happens.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
can't
with
believe
the
I rolled a 19
yeah,
persuasion.
persuasion check, yeah, absolutely.
Wrong. Ignore the fairy fire.
Yeah.
I say, don't forget you have the guidance, but you didn't need it.
You didn't need it. It's great rolls. Great rolls.
I am the persuader. My persuasion rolls have been fucking top tier.
But I want to be the
Convince-
face of the party. No, continue.
Okay, it says I can chill, warm, or flavor 1 cubic foot of non-living material. If
Oh, perfect.
the berries are picked, are they non-living currently? They're
DM
not
rule,
attached
that's
to a
fine.
plant anymore?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
they're-
so
to me,
if it's a
they're
cubic
ma-
foot, can I put all of them in my hand and flavor them as
Wait,
meat?
wait,
Sure.
guys. I also have the spice that puts people to sleep or something. What is it?
It
again? What
gives
is
it
this
gives
word?
them
Spice.
disadvantage on wisdom stuff.
Ooh.
Should we add some of the spice
No.
to it?
No, they will not trust us.
No.
Okay.
That's a good thought.
Okay, Tinka is saying to Solwyn, these are tasting like meat. They're good berries. Try and give the big one one. Offer them 1 berry and see what
Okay.
happens.
Someone takes.
Don't
the
waste all of them.
berries.
1 berry.
Here, here's a small offering for now. And she's gonna hold her hand out with the berries for the wolf. Berry.
He says, "You said food and ship.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Yes.
not tree.
Yes. It's like a tree. It's made out of tree. It's with trees.
You eat
It's made out of
first.
trees. You want to see me eat it?
Yes.
Okay, so someone takes one and eats it.
Okay.
Not poison, see?
They wait. About that time, this other one does finally kind of like step out. Now all of you kind of see you are surrounded.
Hi, there you go. Okay. Hi.
The black one in the top left corner looks over and like he kind of like shirks down, gets really low to the ground, and you can kind of hear it whimpering a little bit, and it says, "Seems okay." And then the big one looks back and says, "You eat."
All right. Sylvan goes and puts one down in front of the black wolf.
Okay.
It comes back.
It eats.
Here.
Ask if he's still hungry.
Ask if
Are
he's still
you
hungry.
full? Are you still hungry, or do you need more?
Because I like rolling things. No. This made full. I'm trying to like, how do you RP a
Good.
-4 intelligence beast?
About
Sometimes
that,
feel good.
caveman speak.
Right, yeah.
Come, happy.
Yeah, like Booba in the early days of No Pixel.
Yes, yes, exactly, exactly.
And this is where we invite Fiendota to come be a part of.
Well, that's too good. That's Mercy's son.
That would actually be good.
Yeah, so it seems fine. About that time, they all kind of come into all of you. Like they're like
Ooh, they're
all
walking
moving
amongst us.
in. Yeah.
Tinka's gonna bow to anyone near her to show respect.
Do you drop your fireball or firebolt, whatever you had held?
I dropped the fireball.
Okay.
Leon, he's gonna do he's gonna look them out. Do any of them appear injured? Can I do like a check for that or something?
All of them appear injured.
All of them? Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah. The closer you look.
Leon's gonna ask Sylvan. He's gonna say ask if I can touch them.
Do
If we
you,
can heal them.
my
Yeah,
friends
I'm
want
gonna try to heal
to.
them.
My friends want to make you better. Can they touch you to make you better?
No touch.
Okay, do you don't want to be healed? That looks like it hurts. Are you in pain? We can make the pain stop.
Much pain. No touch.
You don't want the pain. Okay, they don't want you to touch them.
I can.
If you can heal them without touching them, they would probably appreciate that.
Yeah, I can.
Leon
help them
cannot.
out.
Yeah.
I got you.
You got some healing words?
I think mine are touch as well, so I don't think. Yeah, no,
No,
I have to touch them.
I'm gonna. You know
My
what,
cure
I'm gonna
runes is all touch too. Everything, all my healing.
Go ahead
is touch.
and use a second spell slot, and we're gonna do the healing spirit.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, it's so
So
good.
the koi fish is gonna
The
come
fish?
out.
I need to get you a
he's just
little
gonna-
koi fish.
Yeah,
That's
that'd be
okay.
good.
Yeah,
Because the one I
Need a little
drew was
pet?
not great.
I'm sure it was great.
It looked like how a kindergartner draws a goldfish.
Well, it can't be worse than the Jesus fish. So,
An ichthus.
a triangle thing with a little
There's my fish.
whatever
Oh, it's
semicircle added.
Beautiful fish.
Can we tell them to group up?
Well, it can just fly. It can just fly through them. Like if
Yeah, it moves around. It's like like
Hold
a
on, I
WoW
think-
monk healing, where it has like the crane that goes around, like runs
I
around.
think
and
Oh,
I'm
that's
heals
just
cool.
saying we don't
There
know
we go.
how hurt they are,
This
and
is
it
how it
is
works.
finite.
Cool. Yeah, basically, the first one it comes close to tries to eat it.
Still counts as touching it.
Still
It's
counts
a
as touching it.
spirit, right? So,
yeah, nothing happens. It chomps at it. It keeps flying, and then you kind of start to see like they all have these terrible scratches all over their face. They don't appear. Actually, anyone give me an insight check that would want to try and this would be like insight or medicine.
Which one specifically? Since I'm
I
kind
like
of
these little guys.
Either one you would
on.
prefer. I'll give you different information depending on which one you roll.
I'm
Okay,
looking at
well,
the little
this
tiny
one I'm
one
more
that looks like a
proficient in,
puppy.
so-
I
Oh,
want
it
the
Does
puppy.
look like a puppy.
Wait,
I want
can I
the
roll animal
puppy.
handling instead?
I'll roll animal handling too, but mine
well,
is lower though. But
Because this is specifically trying to figure out like what's going on with them and like the
Okay.
healing thing, I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
But future state, yes.
Alright.
Yeah. So, Leon, 20, tied with your 20 medicine or 24 medicine, Faline 21 insight. There are like you see the black one especially has like blood dripping from its mouth. You see like these red scratches all over each one of them's snout. It looks like, best you can tell, these don't look like fight marks. These look like they've been trying to get into something, maybe and the black one I think tied because you rolled specifically
like thorns and stuff.
probably, yeah. And you see on the big gray one, like he's really scarred and he has like healed up scars. These other ones not so much. So you can't tell exactly what it is. I think tied for you recognize like there are cuts on the inside of the black one's mouth. The other ones mostly seem exterior, and then the top of the white one's head. This one, actually both of the white one's heads.
The black one, he made test the berry first too, right?
Mhm.
So he's like the
And
tester.
as he like ate it, some of those cuts started to kind of dissipate, but he's still bleeding from his mouth.
How well did the koi fish heal them?
I think
guess
we like
it's a-
generally rolling, right?
Yeah, I mean you can do it however you want for them. It's 1d6 per. I don't know if you want to just do one roll and say that they all got healed that much
Yeah,
to make it easier.
It's fine.
But I'll just have it like fly in a big circle around so that
How
everyone
many
gets touched
turns
by
is it? Like how many times can it move and heal?
I think it's
1
Up
minute.
to a minute.
Yeah,
Oh,
up
okay.
to a minute.
Okay,
that's
because the
10.
way
Maybe
they're
like
they're
10
positioned,
turns.
you can put the fish in between each two of them, so they both get healed. So I think
I
it would
mean,
be
it-
2 turns for each of.
Basically, what would be happening is like you would expect that it would just kind of be like weaving in and through each one of them.
Yeah.
At
The
this
fish
point,
would last for 10 rounds of
Right.
combat, so it's a fairly long time.
yeah. Yeah, so I mean, you do see over the course of the minute that their wounds do slowly kind of begin to heal up. Though they're very cautious about what's happening. Like, why are you guys being nice, first of all? But then also, like, how this is happening. They don't understand magic. The small one, when it comes close, does kind of get playful. But the big one next to it snaps at it.
Someone just try to explain to them that it's like, I guess, what it is.
Ask
They
them
only
how they got
understand
hurt.
her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah,
none of
somehow
you
they got
guys
hurt.
really
Yeah.
even know what's going on either.
Well, we've seen her talk to enough animals that I think we got a gist that she's talking about.
Yeah,
True,
no,
true.
You guys know by now that I randomly talk to the animals. Okay.
Yeah. Ask them how they
Um,
got hurt. Yeah.
How did I'm gonna point to their faces? How did this happen?
The big one speaks again. It's like he's not letting the other one speak. Our den is captured.
Do you need help taking it back? Someone smiles a roguish little smile at the wolf.
How help?
We can be pretty effective with weapons. Guys, show them your weapons. Show them.
Okay. Just like pull out her bow and like.
Yeah, just
Look
look
at
the
Sullen,
bow up. I want you
confusing.
to pose with your weapons like you're action
Okay.
stars, okay?
Who all
Tika
does that?
makes a non-magical
can
trinket
I-
and or illusionary item in the air.
Are there any birds like flying around that I could like shoot with an arrow or anything? Is there anything small like
It'll
kind
be
of
so edgy
floating
and
around?
cool.
Yeah.
Let's just
Sure.
show off for a second.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
The wolves will love to eat that bird if you can shoot it
Like,
too.
they will too. Like that's
Yeah.
the thing. So.
Yeah. I mean, 24. Like, you see a bird kind of just like chilling in a tree, and you snipe it. Thing falls to the ground. As soon as you do that, though, 3 of them crouch to the ground. They start growling, and one of them is the big one.
Okay, I put down the bow and I'm like, go tell them to go eat the bird. I got them food. Just go tell them to go get the food. I'll put the bow away just to like calm them.
Okay.
Oh,
All right,
yeah,
while we
it's
fill
always-
time, Tinka will use prestidigitation and make an illusory paw print with a heart in the middle of it just show up in the sky.
That's
Okay. Are you doing that around any particular one, or with the trying to get the attention of any particular
We'll
one?
say above Florio's head. Or not Florio, Phalene's.
I'm so sorry. I couldn't hear anything. I missed everything. I accidentally knocked my mic
Okay,
cord out.
TLDR, she sniped a bird, they got reactive. You need to fix that.
yeah, they're growling. So I told you to tell them that I just went and hunted them food, and there's a bird on the ground to go get
food.
go get
The food is for you. That's food. My friend got you food. See, we can help.
Food. Good.
I'm gonna point in the direction towards wherever the bird landed. I'm assuming we heard a thud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they should be able to smell the blood too.
Yeah. Yeah. This white one just very quickly darts off, grabs it, and comes back, and is just hammering it like by itself. And then you see the black and the white one who are like standing next to it. They start fighting with each other over what scraps are there. You guys are right in the mix. What do you do?
Do we have any more fish that we could just give them? Like, or did
They're
they
on
all
the
get a
boat.
berry? Did
I
we
think
not
they
bring
all
food
got a
with
berry.
us?
Yeah,
They all got a berry. Did
They
we
all
not
had berries.
bring-
It's like whatever food, like even though they're full, it's with your
They're just
insight checks.
hungry.
Yeah, it's like they've been starved.
Right.
So they're super hungry. Okay.
We probably brought some food with us, right? There was
You
still fish.
Yeah,
on-
you have. I don't think fish. Basically, all the fish was consumed in like the traveling meals. You would have had like your regular traveling rations. So it would be
Do we need jerky? Fish
Salted
jerky?
turkey.
we'll say yes.
Yes.
I'm just gonna like throw some jerky in between the fighting ones.
Okay.
Uh, can you show us
when-
your den?
When you do that,
Try and distract them.
this other one darts through you guys and starts going to town too.
Take a step back.
Bailey and Sylvan make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
Okay.
good. Oh, good. I got proficiency on that one.
Do I get advantage with that?
Oh,
Because this is kind of
I'm
off
in
kilter.
a forest.
I'm gonna say because this was like a surprise thing. No, I'm gonna make it a straight roll versus disadvantage, which Sylvan's gonna have. Roll again.
Okay.
what? I gotta roll again.
Gotta roll again. This is the equivalent of like a surprise attack.
What was this again? What did I just roll?
Dexterity saving throw.
Save.
Save.
Come
Yeah,
on,
save.
Dex. Not bad
Okay.
again. Not bad again.
No, I mean other than
And a
getting
plus
knocked to
2
the
to-
ground, yeah. So other than getting knocked to the ground, so like Sylvan, you catch yourself as this is happening, and you're like almost like you don't necessarily see it coming, but like as it brushes past, like you're able to kind of like tuck yourself out of the way. Faline, it's like you're like hyper aware of like all the dogs that are around you, these wolves that are around you, and then this one darts from behind you, and you're like, oh god, okay, and then it knocks you to the ground, so you're just prone, but you don't take any damage or anything. But these things, when you're on the ground, you see how towering they are. I mean, they're enormous.
They're big.
Yeah, they're 2 to 3 times the size of an average wolf, and the pup is the size of an average wolf, maybe larger.
So, can you ask them if they got bigger recently? Like, the mist? How it makes animals
Oh.
bigger?
I feel like that's rude to ask them if they've always been this big.
I don't think that it's rude.
Have you
They're-
always been so magnificent and large, oh great wolf?
And you bow when you do it.
I do. I do. I bow.
He says, large wolf, scary wolf, big wolf.
All they said was large wolf, big wolf, scary wolf. I don't think that really answers.
Tell them
he's
he's
the
the best
largest one in the
scary
pack, though. Like, he could have always been, like, I'm wondering if they got larger.
What
he looks
about
like he's
them?
always been the largest one.
Have they always been so big and magnificent? Nowhere near as magnificent as you, oh great wolf.
Not big as me. Never big as me. But
Never as
bigger.
big as you, of course. But they are bigger. Oh, okay. Will you show us your den so we can help you take it back?
Let's do another persuasion here. I'm gonna say this is at disadvantage because wolves are gonna be like notoriously territorial.
Still hasn't used my
Oh.
guidance yet. Does it still work? Does it still work?
You can still do guidance.
Guidance?
Yeah, it's within a month.
Yeah,
Give me the
I'm gonna say
guidance.
It's fine. Yeah.
Give me
I'll
the
roll, it's
guidance.
fine. Yeah. So roll another D4.
I think it's a D4. Yeah.
I wish I could give myself bardic inspiration for that D6 right now.
Okay.
Oh,
14.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna do this opposed. I rolled a 12. Yeah. So he's like very cautious. But so far you haven't shown them that you're like trying to harm them. You've helped and you've healed. They don't like there are that many of you. And, like you can kind of tell that they're still, even though like some of them are fighting, they're still like keeping eyes. But the big one says, yes. Yes, den, this way. And then like they bound off into the woods. And then like he howls, and then all of them take after the pup like leading just behind.
I should be able to track them even if they go. a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah,
faster than us.
and like they stop along the way. It's not terribly hard to track them. Like they're like they recognize very quickly
They're
that you're
huge.
that,
And they're gonna
and
break like
you-
every branch.
you're not as spry as they are.
we don't have 4 legs. We're 2-leggers.
Right.
Mhm.
So they kind of like stop and look back and stop and look back. Okay. So I'm not going to change the map again because I didn't have another map for this. But they take you not terribly far away. It's probably about a half-hour journey, kind of deep into the thick of the woods. And as soon as you kind of get off of this path, it becomes like Faline. If you weren't well versed with kind of like this area, you guys would have been lost. There's nothing here that's like landmarks you can look back to and around. You do see remnants of where the mountain might be, so you kind of like know where like the central part of the island is, but there's like no no concept of the path. So getting back to that is going to be probably challenging. But you do get to this place that is kind of like a cavernous area. And when you arrive, the first thing you notice is that the whole thing is overgrown with these thick thorns and vines that have like surrounded the whole area. You also see 2 wolf bodies.
Oh.
Oh. Were these their friends?
Leon's gonna go up and check them out. Give give him a
Yeah.
Don't
medicine
touch.
check.
Don't touch.
Or I'll look over like
Yeah, I'm gonna go up and like perception check them or whatever, investigation check them
Yeah,
Examine
so
their bodies.
along with Leon.
Leon's gonna do a medicine check on him.
Sure,
But, like,
as
not touch them.
as you guys get closer, like, and begin to kind of like move away, like the wolves have all kind of like positioned themselves a little bit behind you, like they're afraid to go in. So let me try and set this up a little bit more. Like, let's assume that this is the cave kind of area, and I'll set up kind of where you guys might have gone to. Place yourselves where you think you would be. Kind of coming in.
The wolves are like right out.
We're, like,
front of
leading to the pack, right?
cave?
They're gonna be
Where-
further away. They have not moved in. The 2 wolf bodies,
No, I mean
I'll
the
say,
bodies.
are
Yeah, the wolf
actually
bodies.
have more wolf things here, tokens. Let's add some more tokens because I like tokens. We'll say 1
I like
wolf
When you
token
get a
there,
chance, ask them what's in there.
and
Oh yeah,
another
can
wolf
Leon
token.
can Himothy get his token?
Oh, I don't have Himothy's
Oh,
token.
yeah, Himothy's token
No.
went off the
Yeah,
map.
And Leon's gonna be
We've
approaching
been missing
just to,
his
like,
beautiful
give them
face.
the medicine check here.
Yeah, I'm gonna like investigation check to like just figure out what happened. And...
Yeah. So the vines, when you come in, roll initiative.
Initiative. Okay.
Roll initiative.
Okay, how do we do this? We click our circle and then roll.
Yeah, I always mess it up.
Yes.
Give me a
Click your
second
circle
to
on that.
make
Like, if
sure
you
we
set up
have
thing, you
the
have to set
turn
up the
tracker
thing,
on.
right? Yeah, there it is.
Oh god, why did I pop all the way over there?
Oh, Leon with the fucking incredible initiative, a natural
Yeah.
20. Jesus.
I don't like that I've already rolled 2 nat 20s already. That's like why.
Now the
why
rest
use
of the
them up
session's
before?
cursed.
Yeah,
Still, they're
the rest of
all
the session-
gone.
Hey, I at least rolled a 1, so I had that out of the way.
I don't know how
Out of
to
the way. That's
roll
what I
for
thought when I
anyone.
got 5 ones.
That's
one
okay. I can roll for her.
Okay.
Still have to enter this in manually. This thing is just not the most intuitive, and that's fine.
It's just kind of a brat.
It is kind of a brat.
Kind of a
okay.
brat.
Let me make sure I've actually got Anna's sheet up. Rolled it. Okay, sure. Alright. It didn't actually add her in his thing, so that's fantastic.
Who did she go after? I can remind.
She's in my thing. She's not in your turn tracker, but she's gonna be after Himothy.
Okay, I will do my best to remind you just in case.
Cool. Yeah, I've got it here. She goes last. Okay, so this thing gets a surprise round. Faylene, this is gonna be very interesting to manage.
Mhm.
I don't think this thing quite does it. 14, does that hit? No, your AC's 15.
AC's 15.
All right. Okay, so as you get close, you hear this like twisting kind of sound, and you look down, and maybe because this is your favored terrain, because you kind of are familiar with this, you see the vines kind of around this wolf begin to move, and you duck out of the way. Leon, you are also close. Does a 15 hit you, my
Yes.
friend? Okay.
Yes, it does.
You take 12 points of damage.
Ooh.
It's bludgeoning damage. And then you go.
Sorry.
Yes.
Is there an icon for what we're attacking? Because I'm very confused.
It's a
We're
vine.
attacking the vine.
Oh,
yes.
okay, gotcha. And is
Yeah.
it between the space below Leon?
Actually, I have a vine.
See that
token.
rock like in front of us? It's kind of that. It's where that is. But it's surrounding all the it's all over the ground. It's
Yeah,
surrounding
it's
the wolves, right?
basically a giant vine that
Yeah.
surrounds the entire ground.
Gotcha.
Buddy, you're about to hate this because you go first, and at the top of the round, you take 66. Not 66,
What?
6d6. You take 23
Oh.
points of poisoning damage.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
What?
Yeah, Leon's down.
Jesus. Okay.
Shit. There's two healers next to him. Okay.
Sorry, bud. this thing is
it
one of
happens.
them tanky things. You are constricted. You are like bound. And then yeah, you have taken this immense damage. Phaline, you're up next.
He's lighted on fire.
Is
Do
he
I have
is he
to-
being held by the
do I have
vine?
to
He is being held by the
death save
vines.
on
He's
this, though?
constricted.
'Cause I,
Like a death save?
yeah.
Not
'Cause,
until your
now
next
it's
turn.
my turn, right?
No, next
Because you
turn.
went down
Yeah.
on this turn now.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I am going to disengage
Okay.
and back up to wherever I think the vines don't look like they're coming out of the ground or whatever.
Yeah, probably only like 5 feet from where you are.
Yeah,
and,
I really don't need to back up too far, but far enough.
Yeah.
Kinda deal.
Make me a history check real quick. With advantage because this is your favorite terrain. You've probably seen something like this before. We'll see. Yeah. You have seen stuff like this. This is an assassin vine, and what you know about it is it hits hard. When things get caught in its grasp, it's hard to get them out. Things often die when they've been constricted. But if you can get them out, they don't move quickly. They move very slow otherwise.
The things that got stuck in the vine move
Yeah,
slow.
they-
or the
only
vines move
about
slow?
5 feet around the speed of the vine itself.
Okay, so the vine moves slowly.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. I just let everyone know, guys, this is an assassin vine. We've got to get Leon out of its grip. The vine moves slowly, but it hurts. It hits very hard. It hurts a lot. And
we-
bonus action, I'm gonna Hunter's Market.
Perfect. How's this? You can see the vines.
Yeah, I
that's
can
cool.
see it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, that's good.
So like Leon's right in the very tip of its grasp, and then where you were standing would have been the other one. So yeah, they're kind of in it. Make sure I've got this. So you can kind of see in the edges. It does reach around this whole area, but the rest of you are kind of out of its range. So Hunter's Mark, perfect. So you
I mean,
disengage.
like,
Hunter's
Tinka,
Mark.
set this thing on fire.
Set it on fire.
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 Like,
Don't burn
I'm like, I have an
Leon.
oil flask. I can throw it on there. I can throw the oil flask on that, and you fucking fireball it. We can kill that shit.
Just, let's make sure Leon doesn't catch on fire, though.
Oh yeah, that.
Cool. Is that it for you, Phaline?
Yes, that's all I can do right now.
Perfect. Zilwyn.
I'm trying to figure out if I can use dissonant whispers on this plant, and I'm not sure if I can because I think it might be too
Just-
stupid.
Well, dissonant
Way
whispers.
to find out.
Oops, that's not what
is
I'm
it-
trying to do. That's not what I was doing. I was trying to link it.
Well, what
not,
does it say?
I'm trying
Does
to
it
link
say
yeah.
creature?
Creature of your choice. within
You're
range
fine
of the
then.
air.
You can use it on it.
If
But
wanna-
it
if
can
you
a
wanna
vine
link it-
hear? It has to. It's within range.
Plants
Can't
can hear.
Oh, that's
Plants
right.
can
And they
hear.
scream when you cut them.
Yeah, they do.
That's right. Yeah, plants have been screaming for a long time.
Yep.
Okay, I'm a dissonant whispers that bitch. Well, I already rolled. We're gonna count that. Yeah, he's got a wisdom. The plant's got a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. All right, cool. Give me a sec. Let's do this.
On my vocal component. Hold on. Did I make it? First whisper, dissonant whispers. I said, dun dun, freaky whispering. Okay, that's all I put down for the spell.
I rolled a wisdom save of 5. This thing is not wise.
Nope. 12 psychic damage to its face.
Boom.
Wherever
okay.
its face is.
Wherever its whole body face.
And then I'm gonna use a reaction to be like, Leon, believe in yourself. To give him, I know he's out, but I'm giving him some bardic inspiration to use.
Love it. Okay.
Yeah, that's one. I'm gonna take that away. That's one charge of bardic inspo gone.
Perfect. Tinka Tonks.
Okay, after that last hit, did it seem like the grasp on Leon loosened at all, or does it still seem really strong?
It seems like it is still hanging on really tight.
Okay, so where does it look like the base or like the most? I don't know how
Like
to
the
explain
concentration?
it.
The thicker,
Like where it's all starting.
right around
yeah.
the top of the white dog's head. It's like all kind of
And
concentrated.
that
in this
dog
one
is
area.
dead, right?
The dog, you don't know.
Okay, so then I'm gonna go one space to the left of the dog. And I'm going to cast.
You're gonna
please-
place yourself on the map. Where you gonna go?
I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Oh, okay.
'cause
So
I have the
you're gonna
distance,
you're
but
gonna
I'm
like
gonna
aim
cast
in
it to
between.
land
I see
Yeah,
what
in
you're
the
saying.
spot
Okay,
to the
okay,
left
okay.
of the white dog.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to cast, if I can fucking find it. Okay,
believe in
Cloud
you.
of Dagger.
There you. Oh, okay.
And so I'm just gonna I'm gonna post it so you can see.
Yeah.
It's going to be 4d4 at the
You're
start
gonna
of
cut
its
that
turn,
fucking vine up with
and
them
I'm gonna
daggers.
hold the
Nice.
concentration.
Love it.
So I don't know if I get anything once the first cast, but I don't think I do. I think it's just on the start of their turn.
Yeah, that's fine. And it's this thing's
Or
turn
well,
next.
when it enters the spell.
When it enters, yeah. So and it's there, right? So now it enters.
Oh, it's gonna take
it's
44.
gonna take
Do you want to
damage.
use the 11 or do you want me to roll again?
We'll take that. Yeah, that's sufficient.
Okay, that's
Yeah. So it takes 11. Yeah. You see it trying to move, and it doesn't get very far. It does seem to like kind of move out just a smidgen, but it doesn't have any more range to get to Tide. So Tide, it's your turn. It can't do anything else.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
That's right, bitch. Fuck that vine up.
Just do a little. Just doing a little reading real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
also Tinka would have yelled, "Don't go in the dagger."
Okay. Suddenly everything sees it.
Shiny. Just kidding.
Keeping in mind, wolves can't understand you guys, and the spell has faded, Sylvan, so they don't understand you
10
either.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For about half an hour.
So if I paralyze somebody, then they can still be moved. They can still be like brought around and stuff like that, right?
Theoretically, yeah.
Okay. So I can't like stop the vine from pulling someone by paralyzing that person. That's probably...
No, because they're still like they're not like paralyzed to the ground. It just makes them paralyzed.
Yeah.
The vine's acting like a boa constrictor right now on Leon.
Okay. I don't know if I have something, and he's currently still down, right?
Correct.
He's unconscious, so
He could use some help.
yeah.
He's down and constricted.
How does it work to try and pull someone out of something's grasp?
It's a strength check, basically a contested strength check. If we're gonna do it this way.
Yeah, what if I wanted to do this? And fight vines with vines.
Fight
What-
vines
Pull
with
him out.
vines.
What the fuck? Fighting vines with vines? What is this madness?
You'd like whip Leon, you're saying, and then try and pull him out.
Mhm. Yeah.
You can absolutely do that if you want to.
Wait, are you trying to hurt him as he's unconscious with nothing?
I wasn't gonna
Because
say
that's like
anything.
double fail death save.
Yeah,
So don't do that.
you gotta make sure that he doesn't get hurt in whatever you're doing. Is it?
Inca saving
So-
lives.
So I mean, I was gonna Thorn Whip and then Healing Words. Doesn't make sense to Healing Words and then Thorn Whip him because I could put him right back down.
Correct.
But if you hit a nat 20, is that like dead?
Well, there's no. It's not a spell. It's not a to hit. It just does 1d6 damage.
Okay, well,
Okay.
it looks like though with the whip that it's like specific. Like it doesn't say it's a square or anything
Don't-
like that, right?
Don't use the whip that way.
So it,
Okay.
it acts like a
'Cause
melee attack,
if-
right? You have to hit the target.
I'll mage hand him, okay? I will mage hand him, which doesn't do any damage. Don't thorn whip.
I
Don't
think
thorn whip him and risk
Mage hand
a
can
double
only carry 10
fail.
pounds. There's no way that's gonna
Oh, it-
happen.
Oh, it is
Okay,
a-
so
it is a
how
spell
big is the vine?
We
The-
need to
the vine
break
is
the
huge.
vines, guys. We need to break the
Is there a
vines and
component
not
segment of it that's 10 pounds?
No.
pulling Leon out is gonna work. He's being constricted. We need to cut the vines, guys, around him.
It's way more than
Right,
6
I'm just-
seconds.
The things that I have can't really do that.
If you have any damaging, we could start cutting the vines from up here, you know? Yeah, sword would work for cutting vines.
Sure would, him.
The vines that are holding him are the ends of the vines, right? He's not in the middle of the thing, right? So
Me
we,
confusing mage hand with big beast.
Correct.
Oh god.
Wait, didn't
yeah,
I
so like
get
we just need to
something?
cut some vines off. That's all.
You
else, Robert?
have a dagger called Wild Thorn.
Yeah, I got one of those. Right.
The crystal
So
dagger,
I'll
yeah.
use that. I don't know why it's not showing up in my actions though. It's in my inventory.
Did
Does
you
it
equip
require
it?
attunement and is it equipped?
Doesn't say that it requires attunement.
Okay. Is it equipped?
Oh no, I guess it's in my backpack. So
Yeah, you gotta equip it from your backpack, then it'll show up in actions.
Oh, I had this problem
is
last
this-
session.
there's an active button here. Is that what
There's
it
like
is?
there's a little red checkboxy thingy next to it in
Yeah.
inventory. There should be like a little box. If it's red, it'll show up underneath actions if you have
Yeah.
it filled in.
I clicked it and it's red, but it's not showing up under actions for some reason.
Is all the stats of it fully filled out? Is
Yeah.
Should be, but I can confirm. Basically, it
It
just
says
operates
simple
like a
finesse,
regular
light-
dagger.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll use that to try and cut the vines. Just tell me what's a roll. I guess it's.
I mean, it's
my
regular-
proficiency plus dex because it's
Mhm.
finesse.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll do +2 plus another 2 for our proficiency to 2 right now. Right? It didn't go up yet.
Correct.
it 2 right now?
Oh, I rolled a nat 1.
Oof.
It's not gonna hurt.
Yeah, I mean, probably the way that this would look. You go in, you see the vine, you try and start cutting at it, and it's moving. What would your reaction?
Sorry,
to that
guys. It's
be?
my first time using it.
You're doing
It's a
amazing.
dagger.
You're doing good.
The dull blade. I use the
You're
dull
doing
side.
good.
It's
You're
dull
doing
side. It's made of crystal.
Your dex is a 2. You're doing as best as you can.
Cool.
And then bonus action healing word.
Okay. Cool.
He's gonna wake up hurting, so just be prepared for screaming.
God.
Leon, back to 8, my man. You're alive.
Where are the screams? Let me hear 'em.
Yeah, but you're like being constricted the whole time. You wake up to a snake.
He wakes up
pretty
to like
much
being
around
unable
you.
to breathe.
Yeah.
Leon's gasping for air.
That's probably actually more accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool.
You hear a rib
try
break.
Try not to start
Ugh.
early on.
And this vine hasn't like moved any closer to me, right?
It has tried. I mean,
Like,
it
I'm
only
out
has
of-
about
out
5
of
feet,
range,
so
so it should
like,
be fine.
yeah, no, it doesn't look like it's been able to like get to you.
Okay, so then I'll
like you did.
I'll stand where I'm at. Then I don't need to move.
Cool.
Oh, my turn.
Also, and I'll give you this for free. Phaelin would know that it can only constrict one thing at a time, so none of you guys are in a threat at the moment. And if you look at the wolves, they're not currently constricted. They're just laying in the midst of them.
Gotcha.
Himbo, you're up, my dude. Sword attack. Let's get that text RP going.
Let's get that text RP going.
On the plane RP.
No, not yet. I can still voice for a little bit. I'm gonna move in a little bit closer, like right here,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna swing the sword and try and slash the vine.
Okay. Yeah, just a melee attack. AC is 13. If you need one of us to roll it, we can. All right.
Damn.
Ooh.
Not super great. Swing it. I mean, like, I think probably just trepidation. Your friend is in this vine. It's a long sword trying to get in. You swipe at it. You seem to hit it, but maybe just not the part that's constricting him. Cool. Any bonus action? Anything you want to do? Move. Still have some
I mean, if I move, is it gonna try and get me, or am I able to
if you no, I mean, again, you guys kind of, it can only have one person at a time, so you guys kind of have free reign at this point.
Yeah, so I think I'll back up for now just a little bit to make sure I'm a little bit further away from it.
Cool. And then Tide, well, Toast, if you want to figure out what Anna wants to do, she brings up the rear here.
Yeah. What's her movement? 35.
35, yeah.
That is the wrong character.
That's
That's not.
Selwyn.
That's not me doing that. Whoever that
That's
is.
me. Sorry,
Oh,
that's
okay.
me. That's me. Sorry, that's me testing something.
Yeah, plenty
so
of
she'll-
range.
Oh, yeah,
So-
she's good.
So, I can't move her token.
Let me give you access real quick.
Yeah.
Also, I put the green circles where the daggers.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, perfect. Because I was thinking about like doing up here, so if you're doing that and I'm doing this, then maybe we can get it to release.
Okay, you should be good now.
All right. So she'll run up to that, let out a guttural, rage-induced scream.
Okay.
And I don't think there's a button for me to click, but I'm gonna rage.
Do you want
bonus
to
action.
roll me a flat 20, see which one of her wild magic things happens?
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
That is a thing. Created her a fun
The
table.
second one, sir.
Oh gosh. Up to 3 creatures you choose within 30 feet of you take 4d10 damage of lightning damage.
Ooh.
So in this case, it's probably just one creature you want to choose, unless you
Yeah,
want
just
to
the
choose.
vine.
Okay.
just
So
the
roll
vine.
me 4d10.
Wow.
That's a good one.
Wow.
Yeah.
That one's not too shabby.
Yeah, I'm pretty much
17.
the best barbarian I've ever been.
Pretty much the best. Cool. Yeah, and that doesn't count as her attack. That's just her rage. So now you get to attack too.
Jesus Christ.
Oh wow.
Yeah. 13 just hits.
Does she have reckless?
She does have reckless.
what-
If you needed to.
No,
Just
just
gives
the
you
rage
advantage.
is fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
So for 11
plus 2
points.
melee damage, right?
So it's yeah 9 for slashing and then 2 cold because of frost guard. So that total 11. Nice.
Is this with the plus 2? I don't
Yeah.
think the plus 2's in here.
Should be 9 slashing, 2 cold, or is there an additional 2 cold or 2 damage in there?
Well, I'm talking about for the rage.
Yeah,
bonus.
the
for the rage.
is
Okay,
not
no,
in there.
13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You guys are hacking away. I mean, you can kind of see where like the vine that's holding onto him is tearing through a little bit. It seems to be trying to grip tighter, though it's not really seeming to be able to. It also is not letting loose. Any other movement? Do you want to move her around any further?
Nope, right here's fine.
back to the top of the round. Leon, I'm sorry, dude. Another 66 of poison damage. You take another 20 of poison damage.
No, Leon goes down again.
Does this is counting as an attack?
It's not necessarily an attack. It's like a continuous damage that happens because he's restrained, and it's a poisoning event.
It's a poisoned
Yeah,
like.
it's like it's not like a
that's
yeah.
touching
Just-
him
yeah, 'cause-
constantly.
Because I have a sentinel attack. When a creature within 5 feet of me makes an attack against a target other than
I see what
me.
you're saying. Yeah, no, this is not an
You can use
additional
reaction.
attack. This is something that
Okay.
happens because he's restrained and in its grasp already.
As the best barbarian, I knew that.
No, great idea.
Yeah.
If it was attacking again, absolutely. By the way, you guys dodged a 6-piece wolf attack for a vine. This is not the worst it could have been. Faline, you're up next.
Okay, I'm going to hit about here.
Okay.
I'm going to be casting Hail Thorns because it's a 5-foot area. Okay. So then it won't hit Leon.
I'm just
'cause
gonna make
it's
a dex save.
5-foot. Yes.
It fails the dex save, so it takes 6 piercing.
Okay. And then I'm going to shoot it with my arrow, right? On top of that,
Boom.
we have the. Hold on, wait. There's a bunch more damage involved
Mhm.
in this. What is it? 1d6 for Hunter's Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Did it include that in that? No, it didn't.
I don't think so. No, you have to roll it separately. It does the Colossus Slayer.
Okay,
Additional
that's
3.
+3 plus also. It has taken damage, correct?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Plus an extra 1 damage as well.
All right.
I can reroll one of the attacks damage dice. How much damage did it? No, I'll leave that.
Yeah, I mean,
And a critical hit. Okay. That's my Colossus Slayer, the extra damage.
cool. Yeah, I mean this thing is looking. I mean, it seems to be like what you're chopping at, and what you guys are hitting is doing damage to the whole thing. It's not necessarily relinquishing its
Right.
hold, but it's the whole vine itself is like
Oh.
shuddering now.
The Hail of Thorns. Did we do the damage? Did we do the 1d10 damage as well?
Yeah, it did 6 piercing.
Oh, 6.
Yeah, it
okay,
rolls.
perfect. Okay.
Cool.
So whatever all that's gonna be. Oh no, it already rolled the Colossus Slayer. I see that. I did
Yeah.
that here. If you wanted to count the actual first roll, because I see it now on the
Yep.
screen.
It's fine. I think it was the same. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else? Movement? Anything like that?
Oh. How close is this? Like Horn?
I mean,
I'll
you
just,
get
I'll just be right
yeah.
here. I'll just be right here.
kind of the whole edge
Just
of
in
it.
case.
Can we see the vine's source?
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
it's
does it come out of a root? Where's it from?
yes, it's like right like the white wolf is like right over top of the source.
Okay. All right. So like pieces of the vine don't really seem to be releasing on Leon. Like we're just kind of doing damage to the whole thing, kind of deal.
Seems that way.
Okay.
Cool.
At this moment, Tinka's gonna yell out and say, Solwyn, try and save your spell.
My spell.
Spell. It is your turn. Sylvan.
Okay. I'm gonna do something crazy.
Okay.
So, as we brought up, Mage Hand can only carry 10 pounds. Well, you know what's only 2 pounds? My oil flask.
Okay.
I'm gonna move forward because that's what I was checking my movement for. So I'm gonna move around here. Just double check the movement from this spot now. Snap to center. Go over here, right here to the wolfie.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go right here. Is the wolf dead? Sorry, I should have asked that before. Is that
You
wolf
guys,
dead?
no one's really been able to tell. You could give me like a cursory perception check. I'm not gonna make it cost anything.
Okay, thanks. Ooh,
Seems to be, yeah.
Great. Okay, I don't want there to be any issues with what I'm about to do. I'm going to cast Mage Hand to carry my oil flask over to the root, right on top of the root, and to soak it all into the fucking plant, like down into its roots, into the earth, like just carry it, just fucking soak the fuck out of it in oil.
All right.
I'm setting this up. I'm hoping Tinka can knock it down with some fire.
With some fire.
Come on, Tinka. I set it
right.
up for you.
Yeah.
Save
Is
our
that the end of your
friends.
turn?
That is
I'm
literally
good
the
with
end
that.
of my turn, except for a bardic inspo. Shout out, Tinka. Let's do it, baby.
All right, so Tinka's currently holding
Sure.
concentration on a spell and will continue to do so. And I can't. It's just my first. It's my first second level spell. I'm not wasting it.
I mean,
It's oil. It won't disappear immediately. It won't like evaporate.
I
So.
hope one of you
So
has fire.
holding the daggers, that's another 9 points of damage. I
Yep.
don't think that there's anything else she can do because she's essentially using her spell to hold the concentration.
yeah.
Did someone throw a match? We got any bonus actions up in here?
Not to
If the
throw a match, it
DM
would be an
wants
action.
to let me use a cantrip as a bonus, but that would be
No.
gracious.
Immediately, no. No, nice try.
We gotta hold some
also-
sort of rules here.
The
I mean-
other wolves might also not like it if we burn their dead packmates. So
And
maybe
their
we don't
den.
do that.
this is their
So
home.
maybe we just don't
That's
use
true.
fire.
That is their den, yeah.
We don't want it to come off as enemies. Destroying their past folk may do that, and so maybe we don't use fire yet. Fail safe. Very end.
What are they gonna do?
Yeah.
Eat their dead that have been decaying here for
Eat
weeks?
us.
Well, we might burn their
Eat-
den down by accident though.
How are we gonna burn their
'cause-
den down? It's a cave.
It is
Well,
mostly
the
a cave.
den's- Okay.
Is it a rock formation or is it made out of tree?
Yeah, I
You
mean
know
it's a
what I'm
rock
saying?
formation.
Okay.
And dirt, and it's kind of like a dugout kind of thing. You can't see that
So
far into it. It's a hole in the
non-flammable
ground.
items is what their home is made out of.
We don't know
know
what's
how far-
important to
yeah.
them after
Well-
death.
So
The oil, okay, oil doesn't evaporate. It's gonna stay there. So
Don't
it's
worry,
there when we need it.
I will speak with animals again after this. God damn it.
when when you're using cloud
Confirm.
though, it doesn't take your action to do the damage. The damage happens.
It just
on-
I
happens,
think
yeah,
it takes
so you-
the action to hold the concentration.
No, if you're
No, the
holding
concentration-
concentration,
Another
it just
spell with
happens.
Concentration, though.
Yeah, you just you
concentration
still,
just
you still have an
happens.
action.
You still have an action, but you can't cast
Yeah.
another spell, right?
That damage that you rolled, they just would
Yeah.
have taken at the start of their turn.
Yeah,
That's
you,
what- that's
you
when
still
they take
have
the
an
damage.
action. That's right. You still have
You
an
could throw
action,
a
but you
knife,
can't cast
technically.
another. Yeah, you could throw a knife or something. Any other damage that you want to do to this thing, Tinka.
All right, so
Yeah,
really,
cantrips
really
are
fun.
fine, but yeah.
Yeah,
Really,
you
really
could
fun.
do.
Because I don't want to light them on fire.
No, I agree with not lighting them on fire. I'm not trying to say let them on fire.
Not yet. Not yet.
just-
Not
I
until
just-
we okay it.
I'm just letting you know that you do have an action, and you can cast a spell as long as it's not another concentration spell.
Correct. Yeah, you can cast another
if
spell.
it's
You
not
can do
a
a cantrip.
concentration spell,
Correct.
Yeah, if it's not a concentration spell, you can. Yeah.
Yeah,
but I can cast a straight up spell.
absolutely.
Hell yeah,
Like,
fuck
like
yeah,
magic
let's go.
missile would be fine.
All right, well, ignore that.
Boom. You say ignore that?
Okay, so yeah, because that's not the right damage. There's no way in hell that's the right damage.
Not if you're
it's
shooting
literally
more
not
than one.
possible.
Yeah. And that was like the damage for
I'm
one.
so okay. Okay, so that'll be the first one.
Okay.
Here is it's 1d4 plus 1. Okay, there's another. So oh my god, everything's fine. We'll just count the first two since the first one already went.
Okay.
So it is 5 and 2, so 9 points total.
What does it look like when these missiles connect with the vine and it dissipates and it dies?
I want it to be like, it's almost like they react with the oil. So you just see them kind of sink in before anything happens. So they're sinking into the oil, sinking into the soil, and parts of the vine just start kind of flying everywhere in pieces.
Ooh, I love that.
Okay. Yeah.
Like they're shredding it from the inside.
Yeah, kind of.
I love that.
Yeah. And with that, the vine releases and Leon falls to the ground. Still
Pink is
motionless.
gonna scream, "Help, Leon!" Sowen, talk to the wolves. Tell them
Okay.
they're dead or fine.
It's time to speak with the animals again. All right, we did it. We killed the. You're good.
When you
Back to
look
them.
back, they're like hopping and like yipping, and you notice like they're very anxiously. They've like been watching what you were doing, and it seems like once this all kind of happens, the big one barks at the others, "Settle down," and they all kind of like stop and just watch. Are we safe?
Yes. Yes, the assassin vine is gone. It's dead.
Assassin
For my
vine.
history check,
Mhm.
do I need
Yes.
to remove? Do we need to remove the vine? Like, is it poisonous after it's dead? No, like would they?
Yeah, you would know. It's probably best to get rid of it. Yes, it will carry toxins still inside the in the vine. Like if they chewed on it or anything like that.
Okay, but would it be safe to pick up and like move away from their den?
With a dexterity check, you could probably do it safely, and I'll say for you, it's gonna be advantage.
Okay. I'm gonna be like picking up the pieces
Yeah,
then while
that's-
she's talking.
That's fine. Yeah, I don't even think you need to roll for anything.
Yeah,
We'll just say,
Wolfies, you should be safe now. Absolutely, 100%. We've taken
Okay,
care of
perfect.
it. I told you we would help you. We have helped. We have provided. Did I not provide?
Yes, provision. Thank you.
You're welcome.
At that, the big one kind of like bows his head, but he doesn't take his eyes off of you.
I'm gonna bow back and maintain eye contact at the same time. Aggressive eye contact.
Aggressive eye contact. Okay.
Okay, not aggressive eye contact. Assertive. I'm
Words.
sorry.
Words,
Let's
words,
rephrase.
words.
Assertive
eye contact. What are you trying to convey with the eye contact?
Mutual respect,
Respect.
and admiration.
Love it.
Mutual respect and admiration.
This isn't even a roll. He just acknowledges. Like it's like you can kind of see like gratefulness. You notice that the other gray wolf kind of like is like the smaller one, not the smallest one, but the smaller of the two.
Mhm.
Kind of comes up and is starts to nuzzle, and whispers something. Make a perception check to see if you grasp what it says.
Oh my god, I gotta listen to wolf whispers. What do they whisper? Oh, baby!
Wow. Okay.
Oh yeah.
What did the wolf say?
I wonder if our other is okay.
Who? Sorry, I'm very perceptive. Do you need more help? More help is needed? Do you need help?
When you say that, she snaps and like chomps, and she goes, "Were you listening?"
That's what I do. I listen.
She leans her head down, or like kind of like low, hangs her head low, and he says, "We had another pup. He was
Oh.
inside."
Do you want us to make sure he's safe first?
Probably best if I go.
We can help him if he needs help, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Is Leon still dead?
Currently at the moment,
Yeah, is
this
somebody
is all gonna like
picking up
Yeah.
Leon?
we'll fix what's happening. Like while she's having this conversation, we'll jump back over. Leon's on the ground, lifeless.
Okay. Ty, do you have any good berries left? I think we only used 6. We can just give him one for right now.
Tastes like meat.
Don't...
Tastes
Yeah,
like
this is more of
meat.
a meta thing. I know we can force potions down throat. Don't know if we can force him to chew and swallow.
Oh, that's fair.
He can swallow the berry like a
You
pill. Come on, he doesn't have to do it.
Yeah, I've had DMs rule it either way. That's why I want to check.
True.
I'm googling.
Like I've always
Also-
done it that the berry just like it's like juicy in the mouth.
So
just
it
breaks right in the
requires
mouth.
their
It's-
action to eat, which means if they're unconscious, they can't do it.
Okay. He needs healing anyway, right? So like we
Yes.
may as well use the
Yeah,
healing
he's really-
spell.
Yeah.
I don't have any potions that would be helpful in this.
I mean, I can.
Okay,
I
okay,
can.
it's fine. It's
do
fine.
one. I have one
it's-
spell left.
I can cure words him. I have a spell.
Oh, great.
And then I'll also feed him a berry.
So you get
Sorry, it's
13.
gonna
And then-
heal him one more.
Last thing, can you use your water spell on that oil patch so we can like clean it a little bit? I don't want them having this like flammable shit right outside their house.
Smart.
He does that. I'm just checking right now. Because I have one more first level anyway, but I think I get a free.
If we're gonna burn a spell slot for it, we can just literally dig it out of the ground. It's just oil under start.
Tinka, reminder, you have a flask that can also produce water.
You're right. I'm gonna pour some of the flask to just see if we can break up the oil a little.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna try to help, like, move the dirt away from the thing and stuff.
absolutely. No rule necessary. You guys, especially like once you've started to like move this vine away and everything, you're able to kind of like dissipate the oil. You do notice it like sinks into the soil some, but it doesn't seem like it would be potent enough to catch fire.
I'm
Okay,
gonna.
Yeah, I do
I'm gonna
create
ask
destroy
Tinka to
water.
like, Tinka, can you burn these vines? Because if they chew on them, it's still poisonous. So I just
Yeah,
piled
can
them
we
over
get them in a
here.
pile?
Yeah, I just piled them over here.
Yeah.
They'll
Yeah,
just
I'm-
use a cantrip to the
Cool.
firebolt.
I'm gonna create the water anyway to help clean it. Because it's once per long rest. It doesn't use a spell slot.
Okay, perfect.
It's just a racial feature for being
Right.
Okay.
water druid, water genasi.
Dope. Yeah. So
All right, and
with all of
we
you
want to
guys,
stay
that's-
away from the baby. Like, stay away from the past wolves. We don't want them to think we did anything, but then we should probably move away, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll help Leon up and kind of back up.
So about that time,
Yeah.
you like look up and see Silwyn's has had this conversation, and the biggest one heads over to kind of the entryway, and he looks at those two wolves and kind of like disacknowledges that they're not what he was looking for. Silwyn, you would know this. The others don't really know exactly what's happening here, and then he disappears inside.
Someone runs over to the group and tells them, I made friends with the wolves. I finally made a cross-cultural friendship.
What are their names?
We haven't gotten that far.
But your friend?
But
We have mutual respect and admiration. I think that's the beginning of a beautiful friendship, don't you?
Good. How many more spells you got?
I've got a few.
Okay.
I've
save
only
them,
been using
because if
first
we
level
can't
spell
talk to
slots.
them, we're lunch.
I understand. They're looking for their other baby who was in the cave.
Oh no, it wasn't one of the ones that was out there?
No, it wasn't. Thankfully.
Well, I guess there's
Okay.
a better chance then.
We'll see.
Can you ask them? I don't know how we would ask this, but what do they do with their deceased? Is there anything
You want me
we
to
can
ask
help
them
with?
how they what they want us to help? What do they want us
If
to do
you
with their
spoke
dead?
to,
I'll ask them what
well,
would they
like,
we should
if-
do with their dead.
well, that's you'd come off more sensitive than that, but we can let. Well, yeah, you know what? Let's wait for Big Boy to come back out, and then we'll figure it.
They also, I don't know if they eat their dead, but they shouldn't because they're probably filled with poison. So make sure they know that as well.
Okay. That for their safety, we should probably burn the bodies.
Yeah,
to be
for their
honest.
safety, we should burn them because the bodies
Well,
are
we
filled
should
with
get their
poison.
input.
But let them know that their bodies are filled with poison
I
right
don't
now.
think they want any other babies dying if
Yeah,
they eat these.
yeah, let them know.
I'm just gonna go tell them.
From the history check, DM, does somebody implant an assassin bush, or like why would one show
Yeah.
up?
Your history check was big enough to know, or like high enough to know, like they are living and kind of sentient to a degree, and it's not necessarily that they are always planted. Sometimes they just live and then like are indigenous to certain areas, and they kind of keep camp, or will move to places where they can lay traps. Seems like this was a place where it could lay a trap and have food.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a Venus flytrap, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah, the poison would be like what acidity was needed to break down and consume.
Yeah, so those bodies are they are dangerous. We should actually offer to take them and clean them up. If you want to let them know, Selwyn.
I'm gonna wait till a daddy dog comes back.
Yeah, see what else is inside there. Because even if they try to move the dead with their mouths or anything, they have like open wounds. They might end up poisoning themselves.
Yeah, it's not long before he comes back out, and he's carrying another small pup in his mouth, and you can all see it's gone.
Oh no.
Hmm. Someone might want to talk to them.
I'm waiting.
You
Oh,
might
he's
want to
back.
give him a
Okay.
minute.
I'm gonna just slowly walk over, trying to like feel out the environment.
You very quickly pick up that they're mourning, like especially the three gray wolves. The other ones are kind of like they've stepped back, and I mean they're being attentive and they're kind of like watching around. But especially the three, you almost pick up that they're connected in some type of way, but they're very deeply in mourning. And the smaller wolf, the she wolf, is like nudging the dead cub's body and kind of pushing it to see if he's breathing.
Can we save him? Can we save the little guy when he died? Can we bring him back?
Been weeks.
I'm gonna try. Can I try to save him?
What could you do?
I have to touch him. Can I try to save him?
Um,
Please.
as soon as you say touch, she kind of like snarls.
I'm trying to save him. Do you want him back or not?
Make a persuasion check at advantage.
I mean, I haven't led them astray so far.
Yep.
Well, it was almost a 2. My heart.
Good thing. Yeah. You don't even need advantage. Yeah. So when you say that, she sits back and lets you kind of do what you need to do. Make a medicine check before you cast anything or do anything.
Not a bad medicine check.
No,
Not a
this is
bad medicine
good,
check.
Good enough. This has been dead a while, like weeks.
Oh no, cure wounds won't save him.
No.
Oh. Oh.
Um,
He.
when you
he
look
would
at him,
need
she says, "You can bring him. You can save him."
Selwyn looks back at the group with an accusatory fucking look on her face. Yeah, if I had my book. It just stares at everybody else.
Oh my god.
They
Okay.
have no context to the conversation.
Yeah, I mean, everyone else is kind of far enough away. I think Tide would be the only one who, like, with a natural perception
heard.
above 13, kind of, like, gets a gist of what's going on, except that you've only said, like, what he can gain and gather is like, I can save him, and then you're like, maybe not, but with my book. Like, you don't know the other
Glares.
side.
Tide will give her a look that's like, this is not the time.
It is the perfect time. Tide, it's the perfect time. With if I had my book, I could help you. Yes. What should we do with the rest of the bodies? The other wolves, their bodies are poisonous. We want to get rid of them so nobody else gets hurt, and someone's gonna look pointedly at their other pup.
She looks back and says, "You cannot save him. He is gone."
Not forever, just for right now.
What do we do? How get him back?
You could help us in our task so that I can bring him back.
Yes, absolutely, of course.
Okay. Let's make sure this is safe for the other little one for now, okay?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna lose my ability to speak with you again soon. I won't be able to speak with you again until once more before I sleep. I won't be able to speak with you again after that. Do you understand?
Yes. What need from us?
Just follow my hand directions, all right? Someone's gonna go through some quick like hand signals with them
Okay.
to like work it out before my ability to speak with them runs away.
Let's do animal handling at advantage because with speak with animals, they'll have better comprehension. We'll just see DC 15 to see if they get what you got.
Oh, with advantage.
With
Thank
advantage, you get one of their.
advantage.
Yeah.
Still not great.
No, not great.
Hey,
Uh,
I
they-
don't have that guidance anymore.
it's not, no guidance. They're just not quite picking up on what you're trying to say, whether it be because there's like, I don't know, grief going on or something else.
Or they don't have hands.
They don't have hands. They genuinely want to be able to help, but low intelligence. Like they're
Someone
doing
is
their
rubbing her
best.
temples and fucking like, oh my god, I'm getting a
Come
headache.
on.
Oh my god.
Did you ask them if we can burn the body?
Yes, they said we can get rid of the bodies. That's fine. We're gonna burn them,
Right.
okay?
You're
Okay.
trying to save the little one. Did the bodies
Anna,
get like?
can you help move these?
DM, do the bodies get like kind of eaten away like acid? Like, how long is this little pup body gonna stay around for? Because you need the body to bring stuff back.
Yeah, so with Sylvan, with your medicine check, I mean, you'd have to communicate this to everybody else. It doesn't look like the same injury that these others had. It doesn't seem related to the vine. It's like, almost looks like it was starved. And separated from these others. And so like the vine being maybe what created the separation, give you that for free. These other, they're definitely emaciated. You can't exactly tell. It's not exactly like acid, the same way like traditional acid would be, but it is a little more like digestive fluid, I would say.
Like faster decomp.
Yeah, exactly. So they are in like a rapid state of decomp. But you also, and I think all of you noticed, even Himothy with his low perception, this wolf did not pay them mind as it went inside. So
Yeah, it
so
didn't really seem to care
right,
about the other bodies. They were just caring about the baby.
correct.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, someone's just gonna convey that the little pup is starved to death before everything, and she wants to bring him back.
If you're gonna bring him back, someone, then they gotta keep the body somewhere safe.
Well, resurrection spells work on things. I just had to look it up.
You need
Things
the
that have been
body.
dead for less than a century, though. We need the
Yeah,
body, but as
you
long as they've been
need-
dead for less than a century,
Okay,
we need the
but
bones.
This
We need the
is-
bones.
Okay, this is a forest, and there's other animals. They're gonna eat a dead body, so you
Can,
need to protect the baby's body. So
Can we
tell the
can we
wolves.
put the dead body in the boat?
And
The ship in the bottom.
you can
Yeah.
put it in the boat if you want to agree with the wolves, or you get wolves to stay here and watch the body or something. Like
I want to put it in one of the salt vats in the kitchen so it doesn't go bad.
Oh god.
gross.
Okay, sorry. The one you're trying to
Gross.
bring back.
The puppy, the baby.
So what if we tell them? Well, see, this is what I'm thinking. If we have you translate for Leon, and we can instead turn it into Leon can help it pass into the afterlife safely.
Yeah, Leon's gonna ask like, what's going on here? Are you talking about raising the dead?
I'm talking about a mere resurrection spell, which I know is in my fucking book.
Mere resurrection. Give me a history
Was it
at
a resurrection?
disadvantage.
Can I make an
Is it a
Arcana check,
resurrection
please?
spell, or is it
Yes.
a necromancy spell? Someone?
Arcana.
Because you don't want a necromancy wolf.
Right.
It was an
Oh, wait, I
evocation spell.
have proficiency. Do I get to roll twice?
You get to add your proficiency bonus.
Okay, hold on. I think I have a feature that lets me roll this twice. Hold, please.
Okay.
You can continue while it's gonna take. me.
If it's a necromancy spell, you shouldn't do it. It's not going to come back normal. No, listen to me.
You have
It's
to
not
figure
gonna.
it out.
No, listen. It's not going to come back normal, and it's going to attack them all, and they're going to have to put it down,
Okay.
and then they're going to have to go through more pain. If it's
Mine's
a
actually a
true
13.
resurrection spell, if it's a
Okay,
true
perfect.
resurrection spell, then it's fine.
It's true resurrection spell. I don't know what you're talking about.
Gonna say failing to even know about true resurrection, you would also need to make a history or arcana like the concept of resurrection.
Wouldn't people like
and-
know about that though, with like
no,
clerics and
that's
everything
that's
running
the
around?
College of
whole
Lore.
thing. Yeah, that's the
I'm
whole
relying
thing.
on my College of
Oh.
Lore right now.
Yeah, so in Kyrios, like maybe in like a typical setting, sure. The concept of resurrection isn't so much a thing. In fact, like high level magic isn't so much a thing. Like the clerics people would have encountered are probably like the ones that Leon has encountered. They can do magic, they can do things like greater restoration, but much more than that is kind of unheard of. I think Leon would probably only know this
Okay.
from like his history. There are like only a few clerics who are like kind of isolated on like this one island of Tetroas who have any kind of more power than that, and even he wouldn't know about it, because it would have been
He
something
wouldn't
you had to
know.
see.
Okay.
So the history, Silwyn, kind of speaking to
I'm from a magic land.
well, not from a magic land, just like thinking
Well, a
back
place
to
that
what
affords
book
magic. Sorry, go ahead.
the book you read though,
Mm,
and what you were able to kind of surmise is that there are, and I'll say with a 14, you know, there are types of magic that seem to have something to do with life and death. The complexities of it are like still outside of your reach. You are bluffing here, so if you're trying to convince
bluffing.
somebody, you need to
I'm
roll
bluffing.
a deception check.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Fuck, time
Faline,
for a deception check.
with a 9.
I feel like it should be deception at disadvantage.
Would I at least know that like I've heard stories in the Emerald Enclave of people bringing things back to life and they weren't right? Like, would I at least know that much so I could lecture her?
Yes.
I don't want
Oh god, a one.
I don't want disadvantage. I want normal
Well,
roll.
can I make a
I want
point for
the first
disadvantage?
roll.
Um,
I want the first roll. I just did that as a test.
so let's workshop through this stuff. Faline, yes, you would know of the concept of necromancy as a school of magic to some degree, right? That there are people who like the concept of like speak with dead, right? That is a lower level spell. That is arcana. That is things that you probably would have come in contact with, especially amongst the Enclave, who would have likely used that type of spell. Like the higher ups probably would have used that type of spell to get the kind of information that they needed to go to the places they needed to go, or find the people they needed to find, or like kill the
get
things they needed to kill.
information that they needed to,
Exactly.
yeah.
But it's a
But
low
they
enough
probably
level
would have
spell.
told me. They probably would have told me something like, "You don't leave the things alive for a reason, right?" And I can at least like, lecture her about
Exactly.
that.
Yeah. So
Okay.
and so like your history is going to be certainly more cautious around anything that has to do like the concept of resurrection
brings
in
stuff
general
back,
is
okay.
like, oh my god, like when things die, they die. And that's so like we haven't really explored like the concept of like the afterlife a whole lot in our lore, but that's where like the concept of the astral sea comes from. So Leon being from the astral sea, having lived in the astral sea, he technically is like an afterlife being of sorts. Like you go into the astral sea when you die, and then that's like the equivalent of an afterlife, and then that's where you reside until such a time as anything else can happen. So you can, obviously, we know from a meta standpoint, you can do things like true resurrection. There are other spells that can call people back, depending on time frames. There are other magics and obviously things that we can homebrew if that stuff happens. But for the most part, when you die, you die. Magic outside of that is very powerful and kind of unheard of.
Okay. All right. So then I'm just gonna retcon the conversation to I'm lecturing you about what is dead needs to stay dead. So when you bring stuff back from the dead, it doesn't come back right.
Has anyone ever read you a fairy tale? Jesus Christ.
So, Lynn, can I
well-
be honest with you?
The fairy tale of Jesus Christ, obviously. Sorry. That's right.
Do you remember when Leon used his book on a spell that was above his ability and how bad that could have gone?
I remember that I was there.
Look, I'm not lecturing you here. I'm trying to put it into perspective. Just because it's in your book doesn't mean you can do it. And it's
First of all,
not safe.
you go tell those grieving parents. You go tell those grieving parents that their baby's not coming back. Someone's just gonna look
Uh,
heartbroken right now. She's gonna look heartbroken for them.
Like,
It was
Wow,
really
this-
sad. It was really sad. It was heartbreaking.
But we
Uh,
also we need to be careful. We can't just tell people we can bring things back. You know you don't have the ability to do that right now.
Like an
I
overcorrection
know
from
that it's
talking about Simon's
possible.
dead parents.
I know that it's possible. It is such an
Yes.
overcorrect, right? Hold on. Thank you for noticing that, Apollos.
Yes, yes.
Such an overcorrector.
Many things are possible, but there is a time and a place and an ability to do so. And that is none of this.
I think that you are underestimating the book.
So
I'm
if you
sure I
make-
am. Spells are very powerful, but right now, we don't have the ability to do this. So we need to be honest with them
Okay.
and help how we can.
I mean, does Leon have a spell in his book for this? We don't know that. We don't know.
Leon, do you have a spell in your book to bring back something that's been dead a while?
At mention of Leon, and I didn't want to interrupt the conversation that was happening. Going back to his religious such, this conversation about bringing back the dead and these sorts of things. Is there anything very specifically that I should be aware of, Mr. DM, about how he would feel about that?
Arcana or history, you get to make your choice here. I'm going to give you a slightly different information on whichever one you choose.
Mm.
Arcana 14. From a magic perspective, what you have come to know with a 14 is that the time you've spent with clerics, there does seem to be powerful healing magic. The extent of that healing magic to you is a bit unknown. What you have seen has already kind of transcended what you as a sorcerer are like have like innately built into you, like with the things that you could do. Like this stuff kind of transcends like the things you're reading from your book you shouldn't be able to do as a sorcerer. So you definitely know that there are magics out there that are outside your purview. The scope of that beyond with a 14, you're not really entirely sure.
Okay. And like so that specifically is in relation to the you know, if I have something in the book that can fix it or whatever. But like, what about like just like like, 'cause there was like discussion of like necromancy and life and dead and that sort of thing. How does that relate to the religion that Leon has learned about?
The concept of like raising the dead would send off your it would probably be something that like you wouldn't necessarily like feel it in your holy symbol, but you would recognize it as something that gives you the willies.
That's what I thought. Okay, perfect. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so yeah, so at the mention of bringing of the book and Leon bringing something back, he's going to look extremely like surprised. And he's gonna say, "No, not for Tetris. That's not something that he would allow." And Leon's just going to just shut that down immediately. And he's going to look at Sylvan and he's just going to say, "Look, if you want my help," and he's going to point at the mark. He's going to say, "With that, remember, you want to be beautiful again? You have to let this go."
These wolves are gonna eat us if we don't deliver what
So
you're
when
promising.
Space just like immediately like turns to Leon and just like looks at him at that comment and like really like thinks about it, she's just like internalizing what he said. He always knows how to speak to her. Sorry, Failing, what did you say?
I said these wolves are gonna eat us if we don't deliver on what you're promising. So like, you need to be realistic.
They are not going to eat us. We just did them a solid.
Okay, hear me out. What if we have Leon do the equivalent of last rites in this world that I am not aware of? We tell them that was to try and bring it back, and instead we said he's been gone too long, it won't work. But then we turn it into this blessing will take him into the afterlife with prosperity or something.
I can't believe I'm saying this right now, but I fully agree with Tinka.
Like we have to do something.
I
and
am
the
on the
longer we
same
stay
page
here,
as
the
Tinka.
more
Leon,
awkward it's gonna get.
If you could, please.
Okay.
Will you bless the dead baby?
Go do it.
Leon's gonna think for a few moments. And then certainly he will. Yeah, he'll say, "Yeah, I can do something like that."
I've
But
seen
you
I've seen you
also-
perform successfully before.
You also have to
Um,
kind of be honest with the wolves and say it might not be possible. You can't have them believing that this is a definite. You have to make sure their expectations are realistic here.
I mean, don't worry. I hedged when I spoke with them. You
Okay,
got the
good,
in.
good.
You got the in.
You didn't do the normal like foot in your mouth thing.
I could put my foot in your mouth.
Hey, we don't have that kind of friendship, and I'm not gonna flirt with you right now. But if you're saying you hedged it and they have realistic expectations, that's fine. You're still gonna have to translate.
I
here.
hyped it up too high. We'll say that. Oh, I have to translate.
Yeah,
Oh
you.
man, I
Well,
gotta
how the
cast
fuck are
it
we gonna
again.
talk
I
to
gotta
them?
cast it again. You're right.
You've
Fuck.
got to like communicate
God.
with them the change
Okay.
here.
Okay, wait. Before
Okay,
you go, we
we need
need
to make camp
make
soon
it
after
very
this.
clear the last few things before you lose the spell. You need to tell them that we all need to sleep, and we would like to be
Them to come with us.
them.
They're gonna come with us.
Like
They're
we could
coming
go
with
in
us.
their den if they would allow that. And
Yeah,
then
they're
we can
gonna-
take
But
turns.
Don't make
keeping
them
watch.
come with us if they want to be home. Like,
Oh no, they're gonna come
agreed.
No,
with
I
us.
said we'd sleep in their home.
No, they're gonna
Or,
come
like,
with us
outside.
because
No,
they want to
I mean,
help us with the island.
They okay. Don't force them.
Like we can sleep here.
Yeah, she's
have
trying
a
to get them to
habit of
follow
bullying.
us like permanently.
talking
I'm
about?
saying
Oh.
they're grieving and they want their home back. Let's not force
Yeah,
them to
I don't
come
think
with
they
us,
need to
Owen.
follow us. It's fine. Let's leave them be here, but we don't want to sleep here for tonight.
Okay.
Leon, you ready?
Other DM side note. I think you would know this, Tide. You have a dagger that allows you to also speak with animals.
You motherfucker.
Really?
Oh shit!
Wait,
Oh my
Tide,
God.
change of plans. Tide, you.
No one
and
else knows
Leon-
that.
Oh,
Only
okay,
Tide
no
knows
one
that.
else knows.
But
He
no, but
also
the
there's
thing
other
is-
two other spells that are on that thing, but yes, speak with animals is on there. You
I
get
only
3
read the
charges.
animal. I only read the
But
animal friendship part.
Oh, you
But
have
so
friendship
when-
too?
Animal friendship?
But so
What
when
the
you've been
fuck?
building the whole relationship with them, if they start talking to a different one of us, I don't know, they're gonna like react.
It
the
would
same
be
way.
better for them to like more of us.
You're about to tell them that you can't deliver on what you just promised, and you want a different person
Okay,
to tell
I
them?
didn't promise anything. I said that it was possible. I didn't say it was probable. I said it was possible.
You said you kept saying I'll bring him back.
We don't
Once
know.
I have my book.
Tide, you
No,
would
but
know the exact
we
words where
understand.
That's what I said.
can bring her
yeah,
back.
that's not what I told.
you would have heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But-
heard that part right.
Didn't we say in the past sessions that we understand the English? Like we understand what she's saying
Wait,
to the animal.
Claire-
We just
Yeah, but-
I
can't.
think it was
Robot.
more the distance.
Or a robot.
It was- yeah,
robot
it was a-
mic.
It was a distance thing.
Yeah, Tide was the only one with perception high enough to hear her side of it. I think everybody else is a little too far out of range.
Because she was deep in the cave.
Okay,
right?
okay.
I was people here.
Oh, I thought she was over here. Okay.
No, I was
No,
over,
over
I mean, I
with
was
the
over-
wolves. I think
was
it's like
with,
30
I was
feet.
with the wolves, but nobody else was
Oh,
in range.
okay. I
for
thought
Tide,
it was
yeah.
with the
45,
baby.
yeah,
okay.
45
Yeah,
feet,
like over here.
55 feet. Yeah, I think Tide with your 13. Well, Sylvan, Faline, you have a pretty high perception too, right? 13.
Yes, 13.
Oh yeah, she would have
Yeah,
heard.
no,
But-
I don't think so. I'm going to say in this case, Tides is 16. DC's probably still a little outside of range for like a passive perception. If you were like actively trying to listen, that'd be different. But I'm not going to retcon that. So we'll say Tide
Right.
again. We're going to hold to you. You're probably the only one who actually heard it, so it would be up to you to determine what you want to say to the others.
All right. Yeah, he'll just say. I'm gotta be careful. I think you might have overpromised here.
Um. Fine.
You just go back.
Let's just
to
go
them
deal
and
with
talk
it.
to them. Yes, you need to go. Just go deal with it.
All right, someone go starts to walk over there and animals speak to me.
Is Leon coming with you?
Leon,
I'm gonna just like stand here and listen to what
Oh,
she's
Leon.
saying.
Okay, Leon will
Damn it.
head over, but he's limping, so he's just gonna like slowly.
Oh, he's still hurt.
I'm
hella hurt.
helping. I'm helping Leon over.
Well, and I think
got
by
you.
now what you probably would have seen is like panning out of some wolves over here, and then these folks probably would have come a little closer. Yeah. So by the time you guys get over here, what you see is the female wolf is laid down now, nuzzling the body, and then the smallest pup, or like the still living pup, he's you can tell like he's bigger than this other one, like unnaturally bigger. This pup that they carried out is slightly bigger than normal size, but not the same size as the one that's here. But he's also sitting next to where his brother would have been, just kind of like laid down, and you can hear some whimpering. I made this episode sad. I'm sorry, guys.
Leon
Not as
uses
sad as
his
killing.
second guidance on Sylvan as she's going to begin her conversation.
Okay.
All right, my friend here is gonna try to do it now. Okay. He's gonna have to touch. Okay.
Touch to bring back. Yes, bring back.
Yes, bring back.
Oh my gosh, Leon can
He's gonna
understand what
try.
you're saying to them.
He's gonna try.
Can Leon understand what
Yes,
you
you
said?
can.
You can
we
hear
understand
her
what
say
she's
bring
saying.
back. Yes.
Yes, we can.
Leon's gonna say, Sylvan, no, I said you have to
Try.
set these expectations.
He's going to try to bring back. You
You
understand
said
try?
I would.
Set the expectations.
He's going to try. Do you understand try? You have
uh,
no idea. I tried to teach them hand signals, okay? Their intelligence is not that high.
Leon's just gonna look at her and say, "Look, I already told you this once, Sylvan. The last time you asked me to lie for you, we almost died. I'm not doing it again."
Nobody died. Everything was fine.
Leon's gonna start walking back towards the rest of the group. He's gonna say, "I can't do it. I can't do it."
Selwyn.
You hear a snarl as soon
friend
as you
is-
step
my-
away.
Truthful with them.
Okay, great, Leon. Thanks for getting us all murdered by the wolves. Someone's
Selwyn,
gonna
stop
yell back.
lying. Stop lying to the
He's
wolves.
gonna stop.
Tell them that Leon, like what Leon's gonna do, and stop lying to them, please.
He's going to try to bring them back. There's no guarantee. Do you understand? If the spirit isn't accepting and willing to come back, it will not work.
Leon's gonna shake his head.
Leon's not gonna take part in your lies, Selwyn. You need to like.
But that was
Make
literally
it
the deal. That was
fair.
the plan with Tinka. Fuck you guys.
No, the plan was.
That's what Tinka
plan
said.
was.
That is the
That was
plan
the
that I
plan.
agreed to with Tinka. That was literally the plan.
The plan.
So you know what?
was-
You don't know. You don't know. I'm sorry. Sylvan runs back to the wolves. I'm sorry. There's no way to bring him back. Unfortunately, my friend is refusing to even try. He won't even try. I don't know what to say. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do more. And someone just like sits on the ground next to the big dog, the big wolf, and is like, I'm sorry.
Can you please let the wolves know that your friend can help the wolf pass on?
I don't
And
even
make
know
sure.
if that's true, so why would I say that if that's also a lie?
It's not a lie. Leon offered it.
I don't know if that's true.
Leon's just gonna shake his head and he's gonna look at Teika and be like, "Hey, is there anything you could? I don't even know."
Okay. Can you repeat after me and translate, please?
Fine.
We had our healer look over the body.
We
The
had our
soul.
healer look at the body.
Unfortunately, the soul has been gone for too long. What we would like to do
Unfortunately, the soul has been gone from the body for too long, but what we would like to do
is bless the body so that we can help him into a afterlife where he
is bless the body to help him move on
in the
to
afterlife.
the
Yeah,
afterlife
and move on with blessing.
with blessings and safety. Someone
With
has
your
added.
permission, if
With
if
your
you
permission.
you would allow us.
What blessing and what afterlife?
Oh, God, he wants to know what blessing and what afterlife. Good luck explaining those concepts to them. This is why I was doing it how I was doing it.
It's okay, just keep translating. Different beings have different beliefs on what happened after we pass on.
All right, someone repeats.
Okay.
Do you have any feelings or beliefs on that subject?
Repeats perfectly as is. No additions.
Awesome. No, believe. Gone. Just gone.
Wolf say no belief, just gone.
Can I tell you about my belief?
Repeats.
Yes.
All right, they're willing to hear you out.
Your loved ones that pass on, they may not be here with you physically, but some of us believe that they're still always with us. And no one really knows what happens after we die, but this is something that people do to bring comfort, so that whatever happens after, they're being sent with love.
Repeats, except adds the addition of and meat.
With love and meat.
Smart.
Yeah, she
And
knows the
food.
wolves like
Like
meat.
food.
I love that. Yes, take care of for after. Of course. Yes, you can bless.
The wolves acquiesce. Congratulations, you founded a wolf religion today.
Leon,
Owen
can
walks
you
away.
can you bless the body, and then we'll see what they want to do with it after? When stay up there. I don't want you leaving thinking that they're ambushed or something.
All right.
Leon's gonna first. He's gonna look at Faylene. He's gonna give her a nod, like thanks, and then he's gonna go toward the body, and then he's gonna use Okay, so I put in thaumaturgy here. Well, he can do what, up to 3 effects, I think it says at the bottom of them at one time. So he's gonna make his eyes like start to like have like a brilliant white glow to them.
Okay.
He's going to cause I guess there's no fire around, right? Let's see here. And then it'll be like the harmless tremors will start kind of going from the ground. That's about all we can really do. We'll do 2. And he'll just like perform like a bit of like a prayer over the body to Tetris. And just like send him on his way, give him the blessing into like the afterlife or the astral plane or what have you. And then just like perform whatever other rites would be associated with the religion. And then
Someone literally translates and just like repeats everything that he says to the wolves so they know what's being said and what's going on to
Smart.
assist them with their newfound wolf religion.
when you suddenly all believe in an afterlife. These -4 intelligence
They
beings.
start performing their own last rites. They start doing their own last rites with their other dead after this.
In nomine
Teaching
Patri
it
et
to their
Filii
offspring.
Spiritus Sancti.
It's called self-preservation.
Suddenly Catholic. When your eyes light up. Leon, when your eyes light up, you notice the pup and the black dog in the back. They are terrified, and you see a fear that you haven't seen. You've seen aggression from them so far, but now you're seeing fear. But after you've kind of continued on, especially with the young pup standing between its parents, it kind of settles down. The black dog gets nervous, and you see it start to pace kind of behind, and then after a while it disappears into the bush.
Selwyn, reassure them that everything's okay.
Everything is fine. This is
did
how it...
Leon notice
Ask
that?
them
Like,
what they're like upset about, though.
wait.
Yeah.
Did Leon notice the black dog? Like, did Leon notice the black dog?
With your natural perception, or passive perception of 12, yeah.
Okay. He's gonna ask. He's gonna mention it to Sylvan, like, hey, that black dog was acting really weird after I did the blessing. Can you find out what happened?
Someone repeats and translates perfectly. She's fully inhabiting her role as a translator.
This is just an incredible RP, guys. Sylvan translates.
I prefer it that way, honestly.
Jeez.
I'm like, the
It's
repeat
ruthless.
after me thing is fun for a second, and
Well,
then
it's
it
not
gets
even a
really
personal
boring.
thing. Like,
No,
it's
it
not a
gets really
personal thing
boring.
against her. It's that she has the ability to fuck
It's
everything up, and
Okay,
it's
wait a
really
second.
awkward.
Wait a second. Wait,
Right.
seeing how
here's the thing,
frustrated she is. Wait a second. Seeing how frustrated she is, and the fact that they were kind of butting heads earlier, Leon's actually going to look at Tide, and he's going to say, "Hey, Tide, can you ask them this for me?"
No, we don't know that he has the
Yeah,
ability to do
I
that.
think
That's
Tide-
what we're
Tide's
doing.
the only one that
Tide
knows.
knows.
Met him. My
So-
bad. Sorry,
Tide,
my bad.
Tide needs
Sorry.
Because Jeff's an
Retcon,
idiot.
Retcon, I'm sorry. Retcon,
It's fine,
I'm
it's fine.
sorry.
But because Jeff's an idiot, and I never really said that I attuned to it after the DM slipped it into my bag. I'm just RPing this that I haven't attuned to the dagger yet.
Oh, you're RPing.
Yeah, and then one day you can be like,
yeah.
hey, I had all this.
That'll be
Okay,
that'll
great.
be what I
That'll
do.
be so funny when that finally comes out to the party. Jesus.
Next rest, that is what I'm gonna be doing. Hey guys, remember that dagger that I got?
It's got a bunch of cool animal related stuff.
Yeah. Turns out not just a cool looking dagger. Actually got some things to
It
it.
actually,
Dude,
it
we're
actually
gonna
is very
get so
cool.
much RP out of this. Arguing for the dolphins' attention. Oh dear.
Oh my god.
Oh God. Yes.
Oh my god.
Okay, back to what we were.
Tyne has a
Um,
natural affinity towards them. Look at him. This is not fair. Sorry. Already jealous of the dolphins in the future. All right, Sylvan. No. Sylvan repeats as is perfectly because if I'm going to insert my randomized chaos of, neutral chaos, I will specifically add those translation addendums. You know what I'm saying? This is for expediency.
Yeah. Love it. It's like they all have keen senses, right? Only the two white ones on the periphery seem to kind of notice, and the two parents, they're paying very close attention to what's going on. The other ones are a lot more disengaged. They're not afraid, but they definitely paid attention. So you hear one of them pipe up and say, disappeared, afraid, went to hunt.
Oh, scared?
Yes.
There's no need to be frightened.
This is new.
I know.
New is scary.
Not always bad. Not always bad.
Is there like someone can you ask them if like a two-legged person has been attacking them or something?
In a moment, someone's gonna point to the little pup who's still, who's next to the alive pup, and it's gonna be like, this one was new and not bad. Just making a point to the wolves, okay?
One of us.
And not scary, but new.
You knew. You scary.
Oh, okay. That's the first time I've heard that before. Thank you. Someone takes it as a compliment.
Can you ask them what they normally do when one of their own dies?
What happens when one of you dies before?
Cover with dirt.
They bury their dead. I'm incredibly
them-
surprised. I'm as surprised
Oh,
as you
wow.
are. I'm
Google
as
it.
surprised
That's
as you are.
actually what wolves do with their dead. They
For
scrape,
real, wolves
scrape,
bury their
Really?
dead?
they scrape dirt
Oh.
over
Love it.
over their
Love
dead.
Love it.
They don't necessarily consume it. They,
Like
yeah, like
earth
they'll-
or leave over their bodies? Oh my god.
It's kind of like yeah.
Oh my god. So what the fuck?
It's like you're giving them a religion, and they actually already do like
They already have burial practices.
they grieve and have
Having
burial practices.
is one of like the first foundations of most like religions
And
when we look at them in the
you guys-
paleontological record. That's insane.
You guys are increasing the intelligence of these mutated wolves.
Just doing our part to create society.
I was trying to
New
get us out of a
civilization.
sticky situation, and it worked.
We spent so much time with the beast people that I thought, I don't know,
It's like you're about to have a new kind
I
of
was
beast people.
confused. Right? We're creating our own on this new island.
Sylvan starts flirting with one of the single dogs.
Oh my
Oh
god.
God.
Pink
Of
adopts the
course.
pup.
Tinka would adopt the pup,
I was
absolutely.
gonna take NPCs. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
These NPCs
Yeah,
are
yeah.
not going with you.
They're like absolutely not.
Yeah,
You made them as wild as possible.
Okay, ask them if they want help burying the.
That's it.
Ask them what?
If they want help burying the pup.
Do you want help to bury him?
No touch.
No, they say no touch. No touchy.
Okay, so we should probably leave them be for a little. Ask them if we can sleep somewhere nearby.
Can we sleep nearby? We need rest.
Yes, stay safe.
Okay, they said yes, stay safe.
Wait, where? Where would they like us to sleep?
Where?
Nearby.
us?
Keep us safe.
Oh, they want us to keep them safe.
Oh, we're their protectors
We
because we
can
killed a.
sleep outside the
Yes.
cave. Yeah.
Okay, I
we
think we
sleep out
should do
here?
shifts.
Yeah. we'll do
I'm fine with
shifts.
a short rest. I don't need a long rest,
Yeah,
but
I
we
need
need
a
to
long
make sure
rest.
that Leon gets a long rest.
Mhm. I only need 4 hours, and that's a long rest for me. So I
Still
can
need 8
do,
hours. You
like,
just
a
only have to
shift.
do 4 hours that are like meditative. Long rest is still 8 hours regardless.
Ah,
Yeah, but I can like
You can take
I'm
watch
fine
during
with
that.
4
yes.
hours.
Correct.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I'm
I
sorry,
don't
I'm not
need to
fancy. I
be
need
resting
rest.
for 8.
I need a full 8. I'm really 8.5, maybe 9.
Yeah.
You can
I'll
do, wake
stay.
up at like 11:30 the next morning.
I'll stay on first watch.
Cool.
A short rest is just literally an hour of like relaxing somewhere, right?
Yeah, chilling out.
Right, yeah,
As
I
long
guess
as
an
it's not
hour to
considered like
4.
strenuous activity. Anything like combats, anything where you like need to like actively be moving, nothing like that is gonna.
You want
suffice.
me to speak to these dogs again? I have to sleep for 8 hours.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm gonna
go-
be
go
doing
sleep.
4 hours.
All right,
Yeah, you
someone
go
goes
sleep.
and passes out immediately. She needs no further ado.
Mhm.
Can we remove
I've
the
used up like
dog
all my
icons?
spells.
Like the dead one?
What was that?
Because
Sorry.
I think we burnt them. Can we remove the dead dog icons? Because I think we burnt them, so they'd be gone. But I think that Pinky will probably rest against the
yeah.
rock over here.
For sure.
And she's just gonna work on blueprints, but no actual rest, just
So,
relax.
can I just get? I just want it to be 100% clear.
Mhm.
The impossible bottle does not need attunement.
No, does not need to be attuned. It's just a magic
And
item
the-
that you have.
And the meridian compass attunes to a location. Do I need to attune to the compass?
No, same thing.
Okay,
It's
so this will be
basically
just
like,
one out of my 3 slots then. for
Correct.
attunement.
Yeah, the meridian compass is like the concept of the log pose on One Piece. It gets you back to the location for Farangul.
Gotcha. Okay.
Cool. So sleep.
Leon, thank you. Sorry, go ahead.
No, please.
Leon, thank you for helping with that. I know you had a hard day.
Leon's just gonna like nod and like thanks. He's still not feeling very well, so he's just gonna be like kind of like, holding onto his arm or whatever, and
Get a full 8 hours, Leon.
She's gonna give him the flask of water just to get him to drink a little bit.
Yeah.
oh
you
yeah,
need
he
full
has
rest.
he has his own like water skin. He'll
Okay.
like be drinking. Yeah, he'll just kind of be like propped up on the rocks, just like kind of taking it easy. Does he have time to look at the book, or does he need the whole time to long rest?
I'll say in this kind of environment, this is going to be like a legit camping scenario. If you guys are trying to get in, get out, like you're not going to be taking downtime.
Yeah.
You're going to be
Yeah.
resting the full 8 hours. I'm gonna say that like reading is going to be considered like activity, so will not qualify. As
Okay,
rest.
okay. All right. So so he's just gonna just rest, and he's just gonna do because he's pretty banged up. He's gonna just like get a meal or whatever's left of rations, and just sleep.
Your good berry's tying you over already, my dude.
All
You're
right.
good.
Before we all rest, can Philene just like send a message to the Enclave? We haven't
Mhm.
got an update on the search for Viz, right?
Yeah, so the last thing you would have heard was that they sent out a watch party, or like a search party based on the location that you provided in the episode where Sylvan RP'd, or where Jilly RP'd Feeling,
Okay.
on like the best guess of a location. So yes, let's do it. There's going to be a couple things regarding that. You actually get a message from them before you have a chance to send them a message. The first time you've received one to you. Most of the time it's you reporting in. This time you get one from
Okay.
them. And it's probably about the time that you guys are settling down. I mean, but by this point it's a little bit later in the day. You've traveled for a while, you've had this crazy adventure, had these conversations. It's probably 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening now, and it's cold out here, right? This is the fall, late fall. You guys will need a fire to stay warm. But you get this message, and it's from the same person you've been communicating to, that says, "We found a trail. Islands in the southeast. Confirmed Black Ichor. Suspect it has something to do with the grimoires."
All right, confirmed. Currently on a strange island, but we'll try to meet up we'll try to send a meetup date and location regarding grimoires soon. Because I know we talked about that at one point.
Yeah, cool. You could also, because they sent you a message, you still have your stone. You can send one back if you need to say more.
Okay. I don't think any more right now, because
Okay.
I think last time when we talked about the grimoires, they said to send like a location and stuff. And since
Mhm.
we've been traveling, I didn't really have a location to give them yet, right?
TBD.
Yeah.
Side quest.
Yeah,
activated.
TBD. TBD. Yeah.
Cool. Yep.
I'm gonna let Tinka know that Tinka, they found a trail for Viz. They found Black Ichor though, and they think it might be related to these grimoires, the Dark Book.
Okay, I'll let you know if I hear from him too.
Okay.
Tinker's just gonna be working on blueprint for the next 8 hours.
After about an hour of the rest, you hear Tide loudly curse at the skies.
Oh.
You okay, Ty?
Language.
This dagger lets me talk to animals, by the way. It would have been nice to know that. Just thought you guys should know.
That would have
And
been helpful.
shouting at the sky wakes someone up. Fuck you!
Sorry.
You do realize when she figures out what you just said, you're dead meat, right?
Goes
Those
back to
dolphins are
sleep.
going to be my best friend.
And Leon's gonna mumble like, "Thank goodness someone else will be able to talk to them."
Tinker poke him and say, "Go back to bed."
Ah.
Rib's still in pain.
All right, I'm taking my spell slots back since she had short rested.
Cool. You don't want to
Yeah,
take
I'm
this
doing
as a
4
long
hours,
rest?
and then I'm gonna rest this 4 hours for a long rest for myself for spell slots.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna do a couple things. Determine for me who's doing watches in which segment. Are you doing 4-hour watches? Are we doing 3-hour watches in rotation, or 4 2-hour watches? How's that gonna look for you guys?
I'm doing one
I-
4 hour at the beginning, so
Okay, perfect.
Tinker's gonna be awake the
intending
whole
a
8
long
hours.
rest.
What was that, Vol? What'd you say?
I'm intending a long rest.
Yeah, so you're probably not gonna do or I mean, you can do a long rest and still be one to like participate in a watch, right? Like you don't have to like
Okay,
you're
well
not
then-
doing strenuous activity during that.
Yeah.
It's more like
Okay, so he'll probably do like the second or the third shift, then whatever
Okay.
that looks like. He'll probably rest
Do your
first and
big
then
part
be
of the
awake
rest.
later on.
okay.
I'll do
Yeah.
the 2 hours after the 4 hours.
Okay.
So it's like a 4-2-2, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that
right.
works.
Okay. So yeah, I'll do
So-
the first set of 2 hours.
Faline, roll me a d10 for the first 2 hours. Okay. Nothing happens. Roll me another d10. Because you can't fall asleep. Nothing
Okay.
happens.
Mhm. okay.
Looking up, it's dark now. Kind of getting on towards 9 o'clock or so. This is surprisingly, for being in the mist and what you had experienced the first time traveling through it, and knowing what you know about like the aggressiveness of some of the wildlife, and now what you've experienced in like talking with these, like yes, they're aggressive, but you've almost gleaned that their aggression might be to survival need. You look up and you see the mist above you has broken, and there is this very clear night sky, and you glimpse a shooting star, but otherwise nothing else happens.
Right. Oh, I forgot. Leon was like separating the mist for us, right?
Yeah, there's
Was
something
there, like,
about
a item on him or something?
yeah,
or, like, a
something about
thing with him?
Leon
Okay.
keeps the mist at bay about a 60-foot radius, 120
Okay.
feet across from you guys.
Oh, well, while I'm on like this watch, can I do like, because I can do foraging like with advantage. Can I do like
Go see
to
what
get
you can
more
find.
berries for? Yeah, specifically really looking for berries for more good berries.
Yeah. Okay.
Would that be like a nature check?
Yeah, if you're looking for good berries, specifically nature check, yeah.
Well, like berries that he can turn
In
into
any
good
kind, yeah,
berries,
sure,
right?
sure, sure.
Yeah, any kind of berries that are not
Yeah.
poisonous, that are edible.
Yeah, you find, roll me a d20. Yeah, you find a pretty hefty cluster of like 8 clusters. It's like you're able to
Okay.
forage like a lot of berries in this time, surprisingly amount. Like
Okay.
8 is a hefty amount. It takes you a while to kind of like go through and but you're able to kind of like pick off bunches from each thing. You think enough for at least 8 people, or 8 normal-sized beings that could be consumed in a regular meal-like fashion if need be, snack worthy. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm just gonna like like whatever, put in my pack for hand to tide later.
Yeah. Perfect. Cool.
Can I roll to see if I make any progress on my blueprint?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Is it just a straight 20?
20. You need a DC 12 to make a success. Boom.
Hell yeah.
Nice. And I think we decided it would be 1 success for every 4 hours. If you're doing, let's just say that's the first hour. We'll roll again at the end of this next block, depending on what happens. Cool. So
Okay, I think
go
she's
ahead and-
kind of like half
yeah.
paying attention to the watch.
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, go ahead and mark off a success, and then that's the end of your watch. Nothing else really seems to happen. You can go and wake Tide for his watch.
I like hand tied all these berries. I'm like, here you go, Tide.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Thank you.
Cool. Tide, roll me a d10.
Hold on. Can't type. There you go. Uh-oh.
It's all right. Roll me a Constitution saving throw. Okay. Yeah. Solid. Yeah. I mean, as you're watching, it's oddly peaceful, and so after the first hour comes, it's cold in this area, but around like the fire you guys have, it's nice and warm. You kind of nod off. You start to doze off a little bit, but then you catch yourself and kind of come back to. You stay awake. You just caught yourself dozing a little bit. Other than that, nothing else happens. 2 hours
Look
pass.
around, make sure nobody saw that.
Phelan would be trancing. I think Tinka would be still working on a book.
She has
Yeah, I
a pencil
wouldn't
in
have
her
noticed.
mouth.
You have a
Or
what?
anything
Phone's
close to a
asleep
pencil in this time with the blueprint on her lap, and she's just twirling a fireball in between her fingers, just weaving it in and out.
Like she's Jareth the Goblin King from Labyrinth.
Pretty much.
No clue, but sure.
Yes. Thinking, studying. Yeah, cool. Yeah,
Tinkering.
tinkering. Yeah, time comes. You can go grab Leon and then switch off for this last little shift. I think with that dozing, you're easily able to just knock back off for these last couple hours.
Yeah.
Solid roll for some good
Wake-
sleep.
Wake up Leon and almost instantly fall asleep right afterwards. Hey, it's your turn or something.
All right, Leon will get up and he'll go vote for his shift. Feeling a little sore, but ready to start his watch.
Roll me a d10. Please be a good one.
Oh God.
I don't know what that means, but here you go.
Something is watching. You feel it. Hair on the back of your neck stands up like a predator is nearby. Look around and you see all of the wolves from before, except the black one. They're all kind of cozied up in their various places. They have not gone back into the den.
Okay. Can I do an investigation?
Do whatever you want to, yeah. Roll me investigation.
Do I notice him looking around?
Are you intentionally trying to see what he's doing, or is this just like using your passive?
Kind of passive, just because she's right next to him.
Passive 12, probably not at first. You might pick up on it when he starts to investigate that something's weird.
Okay, she's not gonna act on it. She's just gonna note it.
Yeah. 14. Do you get up and start walking around, like looking? Like how do you investigate?
Yeah. So I mean, because he's feeling like something's watching him, right? So I think
Mhm.
first it's gonna be like checking because we're in like the forest, right? So probably like checking the trees, maybe like some bushes, like is there any? Does he have a sense of anywhere the attention is coming from? Like he's gonna just kind of start looking around, like trying to see where something might be observing him from, I guess. So probably initially he would just be looking around from where he was on watch. But if he didn't see anything right away, yeah, maybe he might start. Well, actually, you know what? He did literally just get attacked by an assassin vine while not. You know what? He would probably stay put and keep looking, like just with his eyes. He's just looking around with his eyes, like what's going on, what's looking at me, and just trying to find where the sense of that feeling of being watched is coming from.
So not making big movements, just kind of keeping watch.
Yeah, but yeah, just being overly cautious about what's happening.
Are you trying?
Does he seem any more panicked?
Leon?
Probably. But
Without looking up from.
Because he's probably
blueprint.
he probably wants to get up and look around, but because of what happened before, he's not.
Without looking up from the prince, kind of just noting that the energy has shifted, she's gonna say, "What's wrong?"
He's just gonna kind of like scratch his, just kind of like scratch the back of his neck and just like, I feel something. I think something's watching me.
Okay. What if I send Tinky out? I can look through Tinky's eyes and see if there's anything nearby.
Yeah. If you think that'll help, yeah. I don't know. I just have this feeling that something's out there. And that the black wolf is missing.
Okay. She's gonna grab onto his arm and kind of just go like vacant in the face. At this point, she won't be able to hear you or see you. She becomes Vizzy's eyes and ears essentially, or Tinky's eyes and ears essentially. So would I make an investigation as Tinka, or would it be just a straight 20?
Didn't we give Tinky stats?
Let me double check.
I think we did. He should have his own
you guys
stats.
did.
Yeah, he should have his own
You
stat
guys
block.
did make him a sheet.
Yeah, and you use Tinky's stats.
Okay. I don't think the stats are inside his description unless I'm just not seeing it.
I will send you the link.
Thank you.
DM's got all the things.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Oh, investigation would be intelligence. Yes. Okay. So
So minus
it
4.
would be a +2. Oh, a minus
Minus
4. Okay.
4 for Tinky.
How would I roll that?
So just a straight 20 minus 4.
Okay.
Got that low intelligence. He's a pseudo dragon.
Okay, so 12.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I mean, you're moving him around, right? So like, you can.
And he
like,
does have dark vision.
He does. Yeah, he does have dark vision. He's got keen hearing and sight. Actually, are you doing this investigation or are you doing perception? I guess I should have asked that.
I
They're
don't know, because I
different
probably
stats.
investigation because I'm gonna send him out to like
Okay.
go look
That's
out,
fine.
staying within 100 feet of.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So as you are kind of sending him out, which direction do you send him in first? What's his path?
Probably behind us,
Behind you, like around the rock.
and then looping in a
Is-
circle.
Is Bridget cutting out for you guys too, or is it just me?
I don't know. Does it sound bad?
It's I can still understand you, but it's like a little in and out.
It's clipping at the end. You might be releasing your
Yeah, it's just
perception a
clipping
little
at the
early.
end.
Oh,
It's
it's
almost the
probably-
noise gate's a
I'm
little
t-
aggressive
I'm-
at the end, yeah.
I think I'm just taking the push talk off too early.
It's a little robotic.
Yeah, you
It's
sound
just that.
a
Fix
bit.
it.
Just a little bit.
Okay, just a circle of looking.
Circle of looking. Yeah.
Like
with,
the perimeter.
Yeah,
with a 12, you circle around, or he circles around, and you don't see anything particularly out of the ordinary. You do see all of the wolves kind of, they're kind of all curled up. You do recognize, though, that one of them is awake. Outside of that, though, nothing seems completely out of the norm.
Okay, so it doesn't look like there's anything close by, like stalking and moving it.
Not with a 12.
Okay, cool. Then I'll poof Tinky back and come back into existence.
Cool.
I didn't see anything, but his eyes aren't the best, you know?
Yeah, Leon will say, thanks for looking, but he won't be very reassured, and he'll keep, like, being, like, you know, watching everything and being very, overly anxious about what's about to happen here.
Okay. So you just kind of keep waiting, watching. How, like, just for the rest of your watch, do you do anything else while this is happening?
Does Leon still feel like he's being watched? Like it
Yeah.
still feels like it's there,
That feeling has not gone away.
and you can't really like pinpoint it or anything. Hey.
Mm-mm. Not from your current
yeah, no,
position.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna do much else. I think he's just gonna sit there and just be like very like overly prepared, maybe maybe even have like a firebolt cantrip ready to cast,
Okay.
almost, you know, like almost
You,
thing.
you want me to just hold one?
Yeah. For Leon, like you don't have to, but like Leon will just be prepared, like just like overly prepared.
Oh,
like,
gotcha,
very,
gotcha.
Yeah, just like ready to like attack at the shadows at like as soon as like something pops up, sort of thing, you know.
How long do you wait?
How long is his shift supposed to be? How long is his
2
like watch
hours.
supposed to be?
This is like the first half hour in, so you got about an hour and a half left. I will
think for
say
probably the-
staying at the ready like this will make it so you don't have a long rest.
Oh, okay.
This is like
shit, he
taking
knows
a
he needs
hold
long rest.
action for an hour.
Okay then. He is exhausted. He did what he was. Okay. He's is Tinka staying up? Like the whole time. Like she's not going to sleep.
Yeah, I had 2 spell slots that I was missing and no health that I was missing. So I just did a short rest and I got my spell slots back. So I figured I would just work on blueprints.
Okay. Leon's just gonna look at her then, and he's gonna say like, "Look, I need to get to sleep. But just watch out, okay? I feel there's something out there."
Yeah, that's fine. And we'll save that Anna can do the rest of the watch with me or something because Anna hasn't done much.
Okay.
Okay, and Leon will like he's gonna very worriedly go back to sleep.
Okay. So, same thing. He's kind of prepared you. If Anna comes in and hangs out as well. As he goes back to sleep, the two of you sitting there start to feel the same thing. The hair on the back of your neck raises. You feel like you're being watched.
Is something there?
No response.
Hmm. Can I make an investigation check as Tinka, like just looking around the area without moving too far outside of it?
So I'm gonna make a ruling just kind of for like our clarity's sake. Investigation is gonna be like you want to put your hands on something and like really kind of go get in the weeds. Perception would be better if you're like sitting still and you're just trying to be like hyper aware of all of your surroundings and like giving like a wide berth to like everything.
Yeah, that's better.
Then yeah, absolutely perception. If you want to do investigation, I'd say like get up and move.
Okay, then we'll just do a perception. Oh,
Okay.
good.
13. Same kind of thing, actually. Same kind of thing. You still feel it. You feel it from behind you. But
okay, she's gonna move here. And then just that way, the behind her is now what she's facing.
let me specify this general direction. Behind.
Oh, I'm gonna keep her where she was. That way, if something comes around the rock, she'll see it, or over the rock.
Okay.
But is still protected by other bodies.
There's other bodies.
Meat shields.
I got meat shields. Yeah. How long are you like just standing on guard? Are you like what's your take here? What you doing?
I would say like 50-50, just kind of cautious, but like if something moves, it's like she's gonna jolt her head pretty quick. Not like she's actively looking for something, but just getting aware of her surrounding.
How many hours has it been?
Like 7.
6.5-ish, nearing 7.
Oh,
now.
someone's still asleep.
Yeah.
You're still asleep, Selwyn.
Yeah. This last hour. This is the very tail end of the long rest.
Tinka writes down, remember to tell Aileen to teach the wolves that if we whistle, it means we need help.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
not Aileen, so
The
Yeah,
combination
so,
of the two.
Or tied.
you get Ty to do it. Curse of the sky.
well,
Ty.
Ty doesn't have the trust yet.
Yeah, that's the thing. Someone's built up trust with them.
He does have animal friendship as a spell he can cast.
Literally.
Oh god. I didn't know that.
That dagger is like made for this situation. Sylvan got lucky AF with some rolls.
What
I
happens?
truly did.
What happens if I try and do animal friendship, but didn't it say it was like a DC?
13. Yeah, I mean, if they succeed, then they're nothing like they don't have to like be your friend, but
Oh, okay. It's not like
they don't become
like-
hostile necessarily.
Oh, okay.
They would
that's
probably
what I
know
was
something is
wondering.
like wonky, but they're not that smart.
Yeah.
So-
Okay. Because usually when a creature like passes a save, they know that you tried to
Yeah.
use
Harm
magic
them
on
or whatever.
Yeah, like a charm or whatever.
Yeah,
but,
and I
guess
would
their
say like
intelligence is
they
low.
exactly like if they were smarter, they'd probably know. But these things are dumb. they're
But you
dogs.
also said they don't understand magic, so they might understand
Right.
what was
Yeah,
happening.
They-
Something different.
they would recognize something different. They probably wouldn't be able to pinpoint exactly where it came from. You don't know. That's one of those scenarios like you'd have to pan it out and see. I'd roll some stuff. Yeah. So kind of continuing on. 15 minutes passes. 20 minutes passes. You start hearing some rustling from that direction.
Okay. I'm gonna cozy up next to Anna, explain the Tinky thing, and send him back out.
Okay. Investigation or perception, either
But
one.
now that we know that it's surrounding the rock or behind it somewhere, that's where the main focus is gonna be. So probably just have him sit up top of the rock and just kind of be like an owl.
Oh, okay. Then give me a perception.
Okay, so what is that under?
Roll a 20, and then
What-
you use his wisdom modifier, which is +1.
Okay.
5.
Oh, never mind.
Jeez. Trash rolls.
Wow.
He's cooing and cawing. He's kind of like got a mind of his own right now, acting like a friendly baby dragon.
Just doing his thing.
About the time though he starts doing that, you hear a growl and see the black dog pounce onto him.
She's gonna poof him out of existence before he dies, if possible.
Sure.
And she's going to wake up Selwyn immediately. Actually, wait. She's gonna let Selwyn sleep. She's gonna wake up Ty.
Bless you. Bless you.
Ty,
Yes.
wake up now, now. Wolf, talk, friendship, help.
He will try to cast the spell.
Okay. You gonna do animal friendship?
No, she said talk, so that's what he's doing.
Oh, you're gonna do this. Okay, sure. Yeah, by all means. Yeah, you can talk.
Speak with animals.
Mhm.
Hello?
Is it safe?
He's gonna look to Tinka. What's going on?
What did the wolf say?
He asked if it's safe.
Yeah, we're all okay. Ask him safe from what?
Safe from what?
He now looks down and sees where he's standing and kind of jumps back away from Leon.
Oh, he's worried about the vines. Tell him the vines are dead. We took care of it.
Oh, we killed the vines. The vines are dead.
Not vines. Crazy eyes.
He's not crazy.
Crazy
Oh.
eyes.
Do you translate that?
He's worried about crazy eyes.
He's not a threat, honey. He's okay. He's our friend. He's here to help you.
He's just a friend. You're fine. It's just friend.
His name is Leon.
Scary friend.
No.
Yeah, he's a little. He thinks that he's still a little scary. Yeah, no, he just looks a little different. That's all.
He's a little beat up right now, but when he wakes up, I can introduce you. You can talk to him. He's not so scary.
If you want, later we can introduce you.
He starts growling, kind of like a, but like
Those
kind of
aren't
like
words, by the
like
way.
a-
Those aren't words. That's just growls.
like kind of like the growl that you get when like a dog is upset at the mailman. Not like the kind of like hostile, more just like a upset, angry old man kind of growl. And then he says, "No talk, stay away." And then he
Okay,
runs back into the woods.
Oh,
Okay,
he's-
bye.
He's so scared of Leon.
I rolled a nat 1 for this dude.
Aww.
We're gonna have to apologize to the pack leader
Oh,
for scaring
no.
him. Okay, Tide, go back to bed. We're not in danger.
Okay, great. Maybe next time just a little bit more explanation about what's going on before
I
just.
didn't know what was going on. I can't talk to him. I see a wolf approaching, our herdest guy.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm going back to bed.
Good night. She does what's it called?
Finger
She
guns.
does prestidigitation.
Oh, okay.
And it's just a little kiss mark that appears above his head.
And
Fireworks.
Leon sleeps through the whole thing.
Yeah, out like a light.
Thank you. Good night.
Cool. Well, the next 30 minutes passes, and then you guys can wake up.
Tinker writes a note. Oh, can I do another book check or blueprint check?
Yeah,
but also
yeah.
writes
You can
in
you
her,
can go ahead and roll another.
Tinker writes in her notebook, ask Tide for 10 more good berries as an apology for scaring the sweet little black wolf. Oh, and that is a fail.
No success on that one. That's fine. So I'm gonna do the same rules as before. When you have a failure, wait 24 hours until you can do it again. So it'll be tomorrow.
That's-
yeah. Cool. Yeah. So everyone else kind of, it's up to you whether or not you want to go like wake people. But now it's like been the full 8 hours. At this point, it's still kind of dark outside. It's not morning. It's 4 a.m. You guys went to bed early. So it's up to you what you want to do now.
I would just let them sleep. Like, Tinka's not going to wake anyone up. She's going to let them wake up when they wake up, unless it's, like, dire. I don't know what Anna
Cool.
would do, but
Has it been 4 hours?
Yeah. I mean, you're out of your trance now.
Okay. Yeah, failing, just come out of our trance.
Cool.
And probably just whatever, eat breakfast.
4 a.m. breakfast. Love it.
Yeah,
If you guys are gonna let them-
bread, because she threw all her jerky on the ground. Right?
Right, the
So she's gonna get some
jerky's
bread.
gone. While they're continuing to sleep, how long do you want them to continue to sleep? Like, what you want to call this another shift, 2 or 4 hour shift?
it's up to the other people who are still sleeping. I don't think Timothy is here, so I would just
Yeah,
say
T-
that
I
when the
think
majority
TZ's
of
on
the
the
group
plane.
wakes up, he wakes.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, he's on a plane?
He is on a plane.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
Oh
flying
my
back.
god.
Like, he's thinking he's gonna have Wi-Fi to be able to
No
like.
wonder it was in and out.
Right.
Yeah, I think he's, yeah.
It's like, it's all right, dude. I'm not worried about it. That if he was text RPing from a plane, that would be amazing. Cool.
We call it another plane of existence.
Ooh.
Hell. Jeez, that was nerdy. Yeah, I
Thank
mean, Faline
I love
absolutely wakes up after 4 hours. That's all the trance requires. And like, I'd say like, you probably would know like this is kind of like a good time if you wanted to go again, scavenge, hunt, that kind of stuff. Probably could, especially if the others are gonna keep
Okay.
chilling. That's up to you to determine if you would want to do that stuff alone, though.
I'm gonna try to hunt, like, I won't go too far. I'm gonna try to like look for some birds or something to shoot out of the sky or to give the pups on our way out.
Yeah.
Like just to leave them with some food.
Yeah. Let's do this as a nature check, and I'm gonna, even though this is like the favored terrain, how far outside, like, are you gonna like traverse into the mist outside of the 120 feet?
I don't. Well, what does the mist would affect me, right? Or
No
no,
one,
does it
no one
affect
still really knows. Like, I don't think there's like any experimentation on like how long mist exposure is what causes people to, or beasts to transform or mutate or whatever. Like, you just know that that is an effect after like a period of time of exposure. When you guys were coming through
I
the
think we
last
were in it
time,
once and we were fine.
yeah, for a short period of time, nothing really seemed to happen.
Yeah. Like, I think when I went in it once, I felt like Fae-like, and I kind of stepped out of it immediately because I was like, hold on, wait, Fae stuff is like, sneaky. So I was like, I'm going to jump out of it right away. But yeah, we don't really know fully with the mist. We can do 120 feet from Leon, is the idea?
Yeah, well, it's just like 60 feet from his center mass. 120 feet diameter.
I'll say I'll kind of stick within the 120 feet.
Okay.
If anything, I might just like shoot down some birds out of the sky and
Yeah.
be like,
You guys can go grab
listen, go sniff the blood. There are birds, dead birds everywhere for you guys.
it. Cool. Then within the 120 feet, you can give me a nature at advantage. I'm not gonna do anything because you're staying within kind of that realm. DC
Okay.
15.
Accidentally closed. Whoops. Hold on.
That's all right.
Oopsie. Nature, right?
Yes. 19, perfect. Yeah, roll me how many do you want to shoot? Like, keeping in mind, these will use arrows if you're not going to go retrieve them. How many you want to shoot them out, or shoot out? Like, kind of what's the thought process there? I'll let you roll up to a d10.
Yeah, I have four.
You got, like-
4 arrows.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got like a
I
pretty
should
solid
buy
amount,
some more.
yeah.
How many pups are there? There's 1, 2, 3.
There's
4,
like one
six.
genuine puppy, and then everything else, there are a total of 6.
Let's call it like 10. Maybe I'll try for 10.
Okay.
But if like 8 to 10.
Yeah. Roll a d10, and we'll see how many you like. We'll just let it be random. 4. Yeah. We'll say like you nail every shot, but you only see 4. So you only gotta
see 4 birds.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, only see 4 birds in that time. It's dark. Like some must be sleeping. Probably some of them outside of that range, and you're a little too hesitant to like venture too far out. So yeah, you see about 4 of them. You're able to like snipe them down. Like I'll say all 4 of those do fall outside of the range, so you would have to step in if you wanted to go retrieve them. Otherwise, you can just leave them there.
I'll just be like, I'm just gonna leave them and be like, oh shit.
You guys got
One of
this.
them to tell the pups. Yeah. They're gonna be awake
Cool.
soon. I'll just get them to tell the pups to go find the dead birds that I've been shooting down.
Love it. Yeah. When you do that, the white one on like the north side of the map is actually kind of like you notice it gets up and it's kind of like watching you do it. And after you shoot down the third one, it takes off into the woods, goes and brings it back.
Okay.
And
I'm
it's
gonna
just
be
like
like,
hammering
I'm
at
gonna
it.
like nod at it. I'm gonna be like nod at the pup like, this is what I want you to do. Like,
Yeah,
I
great.
can't communicate with you properly, but
Give it
Yeah.
a finger gun.
yeah, I got a finger gun that.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for finger guns. It does not understand finger guns, but at the
No,
nod,
it
it's like, okay, whatever, and just kind of keeps devouring.
But I'm gonna point like at the other pups and be like, like share, like, trying to tell it to share.
Give me a nature. Let's use nature.
Do like animal handling.
yeah, actually, yeah,
Someone
let's
is
do
like
animal
waking
handling.
up and super bleary eyed, just watching all of this happening with like a smile on her face.
Animal has 17. And I'm gonna roll to see what its reaction is. Okay. I wanted to not have to roll that, but it's like fine, but it's like very reluctant, like okay. And so you hear it kind of like yip a little at the alpha, and the alpha kind of like looks up, sees it like gnawing, and then you hear a little bit of like chitter between the two, and then he like nudges the female awake, a little more chittering, and then like he goes off and collects the other 3 and then brings them back. So he's gone for a
Okay.
few minutes, but yeah, you can almost tell that the white wolf didn't want to, and it was like, fine.
I'm gonna be like pointing at the little baby pup and like looking at the white wolf that's like, giving attitude and be like, there's a baby.
Give me
baby.
give me a perception check, because I want to see if you can gather what facial expressions it's making. No, you got no idea.
Oh.
You're like, that's a wolf face.
That's a wolf face. Yeah.
Sylvan, if you want to give me
Time for Sylvan to cast some speak with animals again, and she's gonna be like, "Are my friends offending you?"
Which one are you
I'm gonna
asking?
be like, I'm just sort of like,
All of
just gonna
them.
look at
Some of
someone
my
and be
friends
like, open my mouth.
offended you
be like,
guys.
what the fuck?
I just woke up. Have you guys been offended in
I
some
just
way?
hunted them food. I just hunted them birds. I was telling them to feed the baby pup.
The big one says, no, not offended, thankful. And then you see him kind of like go into town, and he's like ripping one of them apart to give to the baby, like half of it.
I like smile. Like the baby gets food. Yay.
Can I don't know if it would be nature or history, but I want to see if Tinka knows anything about good berries, specifically like what happens if you plant a good berry? Is there such thing as a good berry plant?
I'm trying to think, like, yeah, you're a rock gnome. So based on your history, like
Right.
that's something you would theoretically have come across. Yeah, absolutely. You can give me a history.
Natural
Nat
20.
Oh.
Jeez. So I gotta Google this because I don't actually know the answer.
The magic only lasts for 24
Yeah,
hours.
I was
and
gonna
then
say,
you
I
cannot
I was
play
gonna
it.
say, I
Since
don't
I-
think so.
Yeah, the magic only lasts for 24 hours. The good berry's only good for 24.
You get all that information.
There
But
you
see,
go.
that is the berry itself, meaning it's been picked. Does it stay that way until it's
So-
picked?
No, so it's not picked. It's like Tide creates it from nothing. It appears
Yeah,
in
the
his
berries are just
hand. It's
there.
like it's like a thing that like he manifests almost.
So
I
it's kind
don't
of
know.
illusionary, but it's still real.
Yeah.
So-
So like,
yeah.
like when Phelan gave me those berries to turn into good berries, he just kind of took them and be like,
It's
okay.
Not,
Yeah, it
not how
doesn't
it
work.
works.
I create them.
Okay.
Like,
Thanks.
I'll probably snack on those berries.
This sounds delicious for me personally. Thank you.
He just didn't
I
have the
was just
heart.
curious.
He just didn't have the heart. To
You
be
need
like,
mistletoe berries to like make good berries. It says there, right?
But with the
you
25.
could tell Faylene that
that's
so
true.
that she could look for mistletoe next time.
Is Tide awake at this point?
Yeah. He's silently, or well, as silent as can be, mentioning to Leon, "You want to just keep your distance, you know." Just, you
Oh,
know.
the black wolf.
Can you make me some good
Leon's gonna be
berries?
like, distance from who? He's just kind of waking up, so he's rubbing the sleep from his eyes.
Hey, I think you're beautiful, but you know, just the others might be a little, just scared of. Something
The
about
black
crazy-
wolf is afraid of you.
Something about crazy
Oh.
eye. I'm trying to say it gently.
Well,
You're
it's
doing
not,
great though.
it's not that you're scary. It's that they don't understand. That's all it is,
Well,
and they
I-
perceived it as fear.
Well, I thought I was supposed to put on like a ascending and put on a show.
Well, nobody said that. You just kind of did it.
But that's
It's okay. I have a plan. We're gonna give them more good berries, and we're gonna say that these are a gesture of us apologizing. We didn't mean to scare the sweet black wolf. But we need more good
Yeah,
berries for that. So Tide on it.
Someone's like, wait, what the fuck? Who's scared? Who? What?
The black wolf is afraid of Leon because Leon's eyes went all bright and crazy.
Oh.
and
I
Leon's
wanted
gonna
to
look at
apologize.
Dylan and be like, "You made me do this. You promised them so much."
Someone taps a finger on her chin, thinking about when she didn't really like Leon. I think the wolf is afraid of Leon because he has a curse on him.
Leon's not cursed. You're cursed.
I'm saying the wolf has a curse.
But the wolf doesn't understand
Ah.
magic.
The wolf could very well be subject to magic even if it doesn't understand it.
Either way, we should
Does
still try
Leon-
to fix this.
Does Leon think she might be right that there's part of a curse there?
Oh. Give me an Arcana at disadvantage because y'all are way out of your wheelhouse with this. You
Tinka's
got
just
no
face
idea.
palming and rolling her eyes.
No idea. Okay.
Does Tinka know he's not cursed?
One sec.
Not that it matters.
One sec.
You can do the same thing. It's going to be
Um,
Arcana at disadvantage because y'all have no idea how this mist
Someone's
stuff.
gonna just double check on whether or not she's sniffing her own farts. Oh, she is. She's huffing her own farts
It's
at
just
this time.
off on her own part.
I'm just waiting to see
I
how
think that
Leon.
wolf
These are not Tinka created farts. These are her
These are
own
actual-
aroma she is inhaling.
Real
I
fire.
think the wolf is just got scared because your eyes changed. That's all.
Well, I thought I had to put on a show.
Who told you that?
I went a little
I-
over the board.
I think it was just the one wolf that ran away that got scared. So like, yeah, you know, it happens. But
Yeah, that's why
you
we're gonna
can't-
apologize.
Title try and give Leon like a look and just nod his head a little bit, but not
and
say
Leon will
anything.
just be like, I'm just glad that didn't bring the wings out under his breath.
Oh god. They would have eaten
Someone
you.
tries to explain to the wolves what happened. My friend's scared away the other wolf. You said he went to hunt. I guess he tried to come back and he's still scared. Is that-
Pasha, not very
I'm
trusting.
sorry. He's not trusting?
No.
Oh, are you seem more trusting.
None of us really trusting. You group just not been bad yet.
Oh, yet. Have people been bad to you before? Someone remembering the question she was supposed to ask of them? Any two-leggers been bad to you before?
Not seen two-leggers.
Uh-oh. were the first two-leggers you've seen?
Yes, strange beasts.
Mm.
Have you seen any other strange beasts?
Strange, no, big, yes.
Big? What kind of big?
All things big now.
All things big now.
The mist.
The mist.
Selwyn taps her finger to her chin again, remembering that the island effect normally makes animals smaller, not bigger. This is strange.
But the mist makes things
Wait, it
bigger,
made the boars
remember?
bigger. What are you talking about?
The mist makes the animals bigger. We did
the mist.
figure that out before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just thinking how curious it is that it's on islands that this is happening. Okay, interesting. That's an interesting feature.
The
Is
land
there
of
a
the lost
place
out
where
here.
they're the biggest? Is there a place where they're the biggest? Can you show us it?
Biggest. Center of land. Yes.
Can you show us a safe path there? Yeah?
Can show safe path, no. No safety.
Oh. Well, is there do you know a way to get there?
Wasn't
Fast?
it like DM? Didn't you say the mountains were like the middle of the island from what?
Yeah,
we could
there's
tell when we were
best you
traveling?
could tell when you got there. There's like this one giant mountain kind of at the center of the island that reaches up beyond the mist. And you saw on the eastern side of the mountain like this, almost what looked like a vent that was pouring out mist.
Yeah, we need him
so
to. I
when-
want him to take us a path there if he knows a path.
Yeah. Well, so when if they don't feel comfortable, I mean, we can make our own way to the mountain.
You
They
asked
they
how long
haven't
it's
said
been
anything
like that?
about their. They have not said anything about their comfort. How
Ask
long
if
is
the
it?
mist
How
is new.
long? Is the mist new? How long has this been here?
What mist?
The gray fog, the gray stuff in the
Wet
air.
sky.
Wet sky.
Wet sky. New.
How many moons?
How many moons?
You're asking a non-intelligent beast to count?
They don't know they don't know numbers.
Oh, that's
they
fair.
have no concept of numbers.
Confidently
Yeah.
answers 53.
53 moons.
53 seasons, winters. Long time. Most of life.
Oh my god, I wonder how much time it's been outside of this island. Now I'm suddenly horrified.
Hmm?
We need to move quickly. Can you show us a fast path to the mountain? I don't care about safe. What's the fastest path there? Do you know it?
I can,
Oh my
not family.
Okay, he can show us, the family won't because, safety stuff. So he'll show us the way, okay?
Ask if he can bring any of his friends. Not the family, but the friends.
What about not your family? Are these your friends? I don't know who's their family.
Packmate.
I think they're all
The pack?
family.
What about the rest? Normally all packs of wolves are all family.
Some kind of blood.
family, Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just repeats not family.
Okay.
Okay, great. Let's go now.
All right. Did you want to leave some good berries for the pups behind, Tide?
Yeah, sure.
I gave you like a bunch of berries.
Yeah,
Give me a
here-
handful. I'll make a medium.
I turned them into good berries for you. Here you go.
Wink, wink.
Wow, you can do that? If we just find berries, you can just turn them into good berries?
Well, I mean, I can't do it all the time. It takes a little bit out of me.
Tinka's gonna walk away, send a message, and say you're full of shit.
You know, if you just told me the right berries to look for, I have the ability to find them because I'm a ranger.
Well, so I mean,
So
the way
we
it
don't
works
starve
is,
in the future.
yeah, I mean, the way it kind of works is, I mean, you know what berries are edible, and that's great and all, but these berries are just kind of there. It's more of a thing that it comes out of me type thing.
Are you made of berries?
Nope, nope. We're not going
They
down that
do
path.
They require mistletoe, though. Mistletoe is a berry.
Yeah, so mistletoe would help if I were to ever lose my focus. So that would help if we're ever in that
Okay.
situation. So it's good for you
Like,
to know.
Britt, if you want to chime in, I know with my spells, little things like that we've
material
considered
cost. Yeah,
already
we're
have,
waiving material costs
unless
and
it's
using
something large like
spellcasting
100
focused.
gold.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how it
right.
works, right? It's anything
Okay,
that doesn't
okay.
have.
So you guys are doing focus now. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I think basically everybody has a focus. The material cost stuff,
Mhm.
there may be material cost elements. Just this will be a mechanic thing. Like in the case of like the blueprint stuff that Tink is working on, if there's magic stuff that we're trying to create that is like heavy investment, going and getting magic items, finding magic items, or like certain materials may be part of like creating that. Though like average spell material costs, there's no need for us to like go and say like, hey, I'm gonna go buy 30 gold worth of mistletoe so I can do that kind of stuff. However, potion making, absolutely, and I think Toast, we've done this pretty well on Tide so far. Finding the materials to create potions is an absolute must. But spellcasting materials, if it's
Okay.
like low level, don't really care. If it's like 100 GP diamond or like the 100 GP pearl that Tinka had to have, that's one that I'm not gonna hand wave.
Yeah, I mean that's usually how
But
the
if there's-
focus works. Anything that has
well,
a
you know,
monetary
Tide,
value, right?
If there's stuff that you need from the forest for your potions and whatnot, just tell me what you need and I'll just look for it because I can
I
find
will-
that stuff.
I will get you a list. Sounds
Perfect. She's just gonna like drop like how many berries did we give him? 10? She's
8.
gonna
It was
drop
like
a
8
couple-
clusters.
But
Enough to
good
feed.
berries,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
I was
good
gonna
berries, yeah.
say give them 6 meaty good berries and keep the 4 extra for emergency.
Yeah, I'll give
Okay,
them
I'm-
6 berries, and I'll give them the ones that Valine found as well.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm gonna
cool.
give like the one good berry to this pup.
Okay.
I'm gonna give like one to each of them. We gotta like, and I'm gonna drop the rest in front of the alpha and be like, point to the berries and point to the rest of the wolves. And just kind of walk away, and be like, failing or someone, I'm failing. Someone tell them they can split up the food. Like,
That's for you. However you want to do it.
The big one looks over to the female, his spouse, I guess, his mate, and
His mate.
Yeah, mate. That's probably more appropriate. And kind of like you
Didn't
hear him say
roleplay
like,
a Lupin?
"What's that?"
So didn't you roleplay a Lupin on the Neopets forums? God,
No.
it's mate. Okay, yeah, me neither.
Me either. I'm not super nerdy. I can hear you
I hope I
pussing
was
up your
RPing with other
glasses.
kids. I hope I was RPing with other kids.
You were
You were
not.
being groomed.
They were adults.
Yeah.
Oh God. No. Anyway.
Welcome back to Deep Diving with Trauma.
On next week's episode, we'll actually have a real life therapist on. Oh God.
At least they play one on No Pixel.
At least, yeah, right. Introducing our regular stand-in, Fleur. Anyway,
Oh, God.
so yeah, tells the mate to basically disperse it amongst the few, and it will be back. And then is like, "Come, go fast," and then like is like hurriedly starts to scurry you guys off towards the direction you came in originally.
all right.
I'll be right
Cool.
back.
So, here's where we're going to like basically get you guys back to this
Back on track.
back on track. It doesn't take too terribly long where you end up back on this original path. And you kind of have a crossroads decision to make here. You can where you've ended up is basically back at what you appeared or what appeared to be like a gate. Was it this one? There we go. Kind of like this giant tower thing with an entryway. You can see the mountain rising in the background, a bunch of like it almost like what you're seeing from this kind of like distance area is this large stone structure that's it looks like it's part of the mountain, not carved from the mountain, but certainly coming from it. And these tall crystalline structures. You see the mist is in this area. It's rising from the ground, but it doesn't seem to be the source of the mist necessarily. It's just here. And then he stops kind of at this place and says, "Mist is here." And then he tells you mist is also further around the mountain. And I don't know the best way to describe mountain for a beast.
Big
And-
rock.
Yeah, big rock.
Castle Town.
Castletown. And then also the spell's gonna fade because it's only 10 minutes.
Shoot, Silwyn, we should teach them that a whistle means we need help.
Okay, and then okay.
Well, we haven't taught them yet.
Explain. Explain.
Leon will see her trying to whistle and then like do his whistle.
Oh, God.
again,
You
just
better
'cause-
you better do a performance.
Yeah,
he
you
will,
definitely
he
have to
will.
do a performance
Yeah,
check.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh
Okay.
my god, what the fuck is up with these whistles from him?
I'm gonna roll this publicly.
Can we do the thing where his little ear perks up like he heard something weird and his head turns a little bit?
He takes 1 point of damage because dogs hear those whistles and they're extremely loud, and your pure golden whistle pierces his ears, and you kind of see a little bit of blood coming from one of his ears.
Sylvan gives Leon the dirtiest look. Show off.
Seeing the
Look
dog
what you're
get hurt,
showing off is
he
done.
obviously stops whistling immediately, and I'm sorry. I just thought I'd just do the whistle again.
23, my dude. Stop rolling so high.
Not like that. Don't hurt it.
Now Crazy Eyes is hurting the fucking.
Crazy Eyes actually hurting them.
Can we name? Can we name the big wolf? Do you have a name?
Koto.
Koto.
Yes, Koto.
He will not do that ever again. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
What I did, that means help. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Do tell him just the word help or that we need help.
It means we need help.
Okay.
Okay.
They have they have a very intuitive understanding of limited words. It's all about the
Oh, just we
connotation,
wanna
not the
be sure.
denotation. It's all about the connotation, not the denotation with them. They understand tone a lot better than they understand the actual word itself.
Oh, Himbo's back. He lays on hands 1 for the wolf. Thanks, buddy.
Oh, you should, honestly.
My man, TC in the text RP. I love it.
My man.
My man.
Where'd you see that?
He DM'd me in the P&D Himothy
Oh
channel.
my god.
I love that.
I also love that.
Love it. Love it.
Cool.
Flying over an ocean, I'm sure somewhere.
Right,
Love it.
flying deep in the abyss.
The Legion of Doom.
In another plane of existence. To recycle Bridget's joke. Anyway, so you have this choice to make. You can go back at this entrance here, or you can continue around to like go try and find the vent of the mist. It's up to you.
Ask him if he's been in here before, if this is the closest he's been. Please.
Someone repeats.
He tells you, I'm just gonna start giving you gist. Closest he's been is here. They won't venture further towards the vent because things get weird over there, basically.
Have you seen creatures go in and out of here?
Not from this place.
Someone repeats. Great.
I think we're just assuming that
Yeah.
you're listening.
Great. Love it. Thank you. Let's just assume from now.
How
Someone's
far
on her
away
best
is this-
behavior with Tinka. So.
How far away is this vent? Can we see it?
You actually can't see it from here at all. You generally know that the direction it's heading is further east from where you are. He tells you that he tells Sylvan he's not gonna venture much further than this area. This is about as far as they would go, but his best estimation would be continue on the direction you came. This would be the most direct path to get around to where that vent is.
Tinka, how far can Tinky like fly away from you?
Like 100 feet for me to still be able to like communicate with them.
Okay, so that's actually not too far.
But
it's-
I can
okay.
send him 100 feet up.
He could scout, like, to figure out the dangers that are near the vent, is what I was thinking, right? But we
Yeah,
have to get kind of close. But if you have an
But-
idea,
So Britt, I misunderstood how we were doing Tinky. I went the fucking god, the Matt Mercer one. What is that called?
Critical role.
Critical Role with Caleb and the cat, where he like sees as the cat, but it seems like this one is a little bit different. So I've been doing it wrong.
It's fine. I'm okay with that. I think like the concept of
Okay.
like telepathic communication is the same kind of concept. Like you're allowed to see and hear and communicate through. It's the same spell.
Okay.
We just had to make him a slightly different beast type because pseudo
That's
dragons
fine. So
are.
I can role play it as being like deaf, blind, and a conduit.
Yes, that's fine.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can send him up if we want to. It's daylight, yeah.
I guess, like, do you want to just send him? It doesn't cost you anything, like.
Right. It'll take me a few minutes because
Strength-wise,
I
right? Like-
cast it ritually. So if you can give me 10
Okay.
minutes and we can finish talking to the doggy, send him on his way.
Yeah, and then we could send up Tinky and just kind of scout and see what he sees.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Anything else you want to talk to the dog about? You're a good boy. Good job.
Someone does tell him he's a good boy, and she offers her hand for sniffing again, and then scratches his behind his ear to see if he likes that.
Condescending. and
Tell
then he
them we
leaves.
value their help.
You what?
Oh no.
I'm kidding. I'm gonna retcon that.
Oh, my heart.
there's no way that dog would know condescending.
Absolutely not.
Wait, tell them we value their help and we appreciate their willingness to trust us.
Weren't we like protecting them at night? I guess if they get scared or something, I guess
I
they
did
could
that
come
earlier.
look for us.
Yeah, I did that. I did
Okay.
that earlier with the trust. Trust. I did.
We
that.
did trust. It's some text RP in our offers hand,
little
sniffs,
bit, yeah.
sniffs hand.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
yeah. We'll text our feed in the chat there.
Yeah, basically he'll say thanks for watching. Best to be safe. And he actually says don't venture further. Like you can see that there's like he's scared about what's further in the island. Like whatever has caused them to mutate or whatever, it's like it hasn't stolen their animalness. there's still
Ow.
something about them that is very real. But go ahead.
Now, Mr. Wolf, we have to go further so that we can save the island to go back how it was, so nobody else gets hurt. That we have to save your pack. We have to go further.
Do what best. And then it takes off.
Okay. All right. He's gonna let us go further, but he's not coming with us. He's gonna chill. So I think
Alright.
Sick.
I have no words. He's a grieving parent.
That's
This is
a
the best we could. This is the best. This is the best we could
No,
expect.
I don't want him to fall. He should go back to his family.
He's going back to his family.
Good.
I was ready
Someone's
to
gonna use
kill y'all with that
persuasion.
encounter, by the way. So good job.
Oh my god.
That
Oh
was
my
really
God.
ingenious to try and talk to them. So well done.
And good persuasion rolls.
Jesus. Oh, good persuasion roll.
Yeah.
Thank God. The
But
one
now we
rolls I have
know.
consistent high rolls in is persuasion at this point.
Now we know we could have just easy clapped that with Tide though.
Yeah.
Animal friendship.
Tide.
Animal friendship with the alpha. You know, use the dagger to
Time.
Animal friendship has not been mentioned yet. Okay.
Well, we
Yeah.
as in
fall.
us
We
as
don't know,
yeah,
but
we
like, you know, if an
collectively
alpha is
met
trying to bite your head off.
Why don't you befriend it first? That's a thought. That's a thought we all had. Apparently not
it
Tide.
was not.
It was not a thought we all had. Oh god. We should just let's go.
Well, no, we're gonna send Tinky up.
Oh yeah,
What?
let's send
Tinky?
Tinky up and see what
Okay.
we see.
Yeah, we want to see
Yeah,
if we can see the
Tinky.
vent or what's going on or anything.
I gotta admit, Tinky is really cute and he's
Thank you.
adorable.
Super
Yeah,
cute.
it's very useful having like.
That's
a
what I got for being
sentinel.
Viz's favorite.
Just be favorites with the NPCs.
Because I am nice to all the NPCs.
He's one of
Oh,
my
yeah,
favorite
actually-
AI art creations.
He was one that Britt and I talked after a campaign and kind of like brainstormed what concepts of Tinka we could put into him, but then also keeping concepts of Viz and Vix. So the silver is Vix, I believe the gold is Viz, and all of the gear work is Tinka.
Mhm.
Love it. I love that. And
Yeah,
also,
it's
Paulus has
pretty
done
And,
so much work to like brainstorm these little small things that I really appreciate. Honestly,
The rainbows
wait.
is Bridget.
Yeah, you said iridescent, and I was like, all right, I gotta figure out how to make that work.
And you did amazing. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
honestly, it's beautiful.
So
Okay.
Tinky goes up. Make me investigation or perception. Actually, for this, it's gonna be perception because you're going high and you're kind of like looking around.
Oh my gosh, I've had bad rolls today. It's a 5 total.
Great.
Oh.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, you see the forest and the trees. You see some mist. You see a spot where the mist kind of stops. You see a very thick cloud that is not really mist so much as like deep, rich fog pouring out of. Well, actually, you can't see the source of it. You just see that like around the top of the mountain, and it's far above you, miles up the mountain. But you can kind of see where the source may be. You see where the forest ends, and it becomes treacherous mountain terrain. And with a 5, that's all you get.
Okay. So Tinka, I'm gonna just say that she grabbed like Thaline's arm and went into like the deafblind conduit mode.
Yeah.
And it's just for my bad roll, everything is really the fog is thick, the trees are thick. It's hard to see anything. It looks like it's thickest a few miles up. It's really rocky like a mountain. And I can't see a lot, but that's where it seems like it's the thickest. But it's far,
Okay. How long can you have Tinky out for?
as long as I want.
Do you want to just like leave him out if we're going? Are we going inside? Because he would be like a good scout.
Can Anna
ahead.
carry me? Because
I mean, you don't
won't-
have to,
Can
like,
he just,
have
Can he
him-
just follow you? You don't have
Yeah.
to have him in conduit.
Oh yeah,
mode
no,
the
I
whole
can
time.
pop in and out of that whenever.
Yeah. So just
He just has to be
follow
100
us?
feet near me. Yeah, he can be with us.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
hangs out.
Okay, leave
Good
him
show.
out, and then
He
he, can
dies
be
really
like,
easy though, and if he dies, it's going to be harder to bring him back. So we just have to be careful that he's not
okay.
killed.
Can
AKA,
he
there's a
just, like,
material
sit
cost.
on your shoulder? Because you use
Right.
us for like meat shields anyway. So can he just sit on your shoulder? Because
Yeah, that's fine, and
Stand
then we
behind
can-
us anyhow.
Well, I can also poof him in and out of existence fairly easily.
oh, you can.
So
oh,
he's
and
not
it's
just
not like
a
a
sitting
ritual.
duck. It's
Oh,
like a
oh,
10-minute
okay.
cast, but at the end of the day, we'll make it happen.
Okay, well, whatever you think. I was just thinking, like, if we go inside somewhere dark into like this building that we don't know, he would be like a good
Yeah.
scout.
Yeah, we can keep him out. I'll just pop him away if it seems dangerous.
Okay. Oh, okay. You can pop him away if he seems dangerous. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Poofing is easy. Bringing him back is 10 minutes. If he dies, it's expensive.
Okay. It's
it's
expensive.
difficult.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
Which is why I'm typically pretty careful with them.
Gotcha.
Y'all haven't
okay,
come
okay.
across a treasure hoard yet. Cool. Yeah, I mean, so lots of treachery up a giant mountain, potentially to go search out a vent. Mountain thing here. If anyone, I'll let anybody do this. History check on thinking about the mist and the occurrence from last time. I'm not going to make it exclusive.
Fuck, I can't roll today.
Get better, guys.
Yeah.
Nah, I got
I'm
nothing.
not going to
dog.
do it.
Oh, okay. Hold
Um,
on. I'm
But like the mountain is
Can we get one
connected
for
to this
Anna?
building,
oh,
right?
not good.
So like
Anna
if we
and
go in
Ty-
this building, there might be a way to get up to wherever this is.
See-
Anyhow.
I mean, the mountain's built of rock, right? Do you get advantage on history checks with the rock?
Oh,
Oh,
hold please. I
Well,
have to. I
he
know
said
I get
this was
advantage
about
on a
the
few
mist,
things.
though. He
Oh,
said this is
yeah, if
about
it's
the
about
mist.
you're
Yeah, this
fucked
is
then.
specifically
Okay.
history
Yeah.
checks.
Mist is definitely not made with rock.
Not
Would
made with
the
rock.
mist be considered a magical item, an alchemical object, or a technological device?
No. I rolled a 16 for Anna.
Okay.
I had to do
oh,
that one.
thank God for
Oh,
Anna.
okay.
Pog Jam.
PogChamp.
Somebody
then
roll
you
for
can-
Himothy.
yeah.
Yeah, I
he
don't know his
said.
I don't know his bonuses, but Himothy would like a history roll.
Yeah, I can do that
Yeah.
too. I got these handy enough. He gets a +2. Roll a 10. Anna. So Anna kind of like getting to this point where you guys have come back to the mist. thinking about this first adventure that you guys came across, I think she would point out the fact that something happened with the mist and the keep you guys found in the original space. So like there was some kind of tie between the building and maybe even like the obelisk. It was like the obelisk was tied to certainly the mountainous kind of like cavern or dungeon, whatever we wanted to call that. I think it was cave. In the
Yeah, it was
original
inside
space,
the building.
but then it took you
Yeah.
to a place, a very specific architected building that had architecture that you were kind of familiar with. Seeing this architecture here, you're not familiar with this architecture at all. No one is, actually. Even with her history check, it's like vaguely elven in some kinds of ways, but it's weird and noticing that it like stands out. But she does point out to everybody that like could be that this is a location where there could be a tie, just because thinking back to the previous instance, building mist went hand in hand.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, right? Like, because we went to the basement and found the obelisk of the other building.
Yeah. So like inside the cave, you ended up going up these carved stairs to the obelisk that was in a
Like a
crypt.
basement of that building, but we went through the time.
and then
gulf
yeah,
that-
and then you ended up back inside like a rebuilt crypt, and then the stairs further led upstairs into the building.
So okay, so Anna, everyone, if we like try to fix this, we might end up doing like a time thing again. And what if we fuck up the timeline again?
Well, I really think there's only one person we risk messing things up with, right? And it's Viz.
But then who's to say that this is even the correct timeline with all this mist? This might not even be the correct timeline. We might already be on an incorrect timeline, even before the one that we were on before, you know?
Someone starts rubbing her temples again like she's gonna get a headache. Please don't talk about time too much.
I will say
Well-
I'm fine to explore this if you guys want to, but one warning. So when if you take anything from this one, I will take your head. Is that clear? No stealing.
Leon's gonna nod as well. Well,
How
let's
can
check
you
things
steal
thoroughly.
from somebody who doesn't exist?
If they didn't exist, why are you getting fucking goopy black creatures coming after you? Why are you cursed by a book?
Why don't? I'm not
Okay,
gonna.
okay.
I'm not gonna
How about-
argue about curses with
Okay,
the tinkerer.
okay. How about we just don't remove anything from another timeline? And anything that's in the timeline that we go to, if we go to another timeline, we do not bring it back with us, because we technically brought two things back. We brought Vix and the book.
Oh, you're right. We should have left Vix behind.
Well,
We
it's
were
almost
told
not
like
to leave
someone
Vix
told you.
behind. We were
So
told
it's
to
looking-
leave Vix
so
behind
it's looking
too.
Super snotty.
We changed time by doing that, right? Like we changed the timeline. But this mist, I think, changed the timeline too. So like I don't even know that we're on the correct one to begin with.
Well, the mist preceded that, but I think we could have made the mist worse.
The mist and the blood mages and the time fucker are all obviously related.
Yeah,
Right,
that's the
right.
thing. The blood mages are fucking with time. So what's to say that this mist wasn't even around?
There's
before?
probably a
but
blood
once the
mage
blood
here, too.
mages. What, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
the mist preceded us fucking with time the first time because it was in the woods we were in before all of that.
Yeah, but I'm saying the blood mages fucked with time to make the mist happen, and we might not have even been on the correct timeline.
Yeah, this is gonna hurt Bridget's brain, so I'm
Okay.
not gonna. Yeah, but as long as we don't take anything, I'm fine
Yeah,
with
we'll
it.
make that rule, and that includes if someone's dying, like we need to leave them. Are we all
What?
okay with
Unless
that?
if it's one of our people, not finding someone
Yeah,
new.
our people. Yeah, but we took someone last time, and that fucked up the timeline.
Well,
too.
for the record, I said don't take them too. I stood with Viz. Everybody
I
else
know,
overpowered me.
and I didn't, and I was like, no, we're not going to leave this poor girl to die. But I'm saying before we go into this, we all need to be on the same page. Are we okay with that?
Leon,
Leon,
this whole time has been looking at the stone that was also taken from the tower,
Uh-huh.
and he's gonna say like I don't know about that. I think that these stones were important. They helped. I think they helped us with the pedestal. I think it's very lucky we took it as well. I don't think we should
Oh,
just have a blanket rule.
thank you,
Well, but
Leon.
those were the keys to the pedestals, which the pedestals existed in both
Oh, so we should
timelines.
take
But we
some
would have
things.
never known that beforehand.
We hadn't taken it. Thank you, Leon.
Let me word it differently then. We have to go into this with the perspective and the understanding and acceptance that if we take things, we are risking losing our loved ones. And if that is something you guys are willing to do, fine. But look at what happened to Anna. We caused that unknowingly by doing
Yeah.
what we did. If we're willing to have those outcomes, then fine, let's take things, let's investigate. If we want to
Yeah.
be sure we don't do that, we need to leave stuff there. Either way, we just
that-
need to be on the same page.
We came back, and there's now a
and-
war happening. People have died, and Anna's family has disowned her. Like,
Well,
we
Leon
did
and-
fuck up.
will nod and he'll just say like, "Well, yeah, of course," but you talk like it was this very firm rule, and I just wanted to point out there should be exceptions here.
I feel
Well,
like
the exceptions are the things
pedestals
that hurt the
have-
most.
I
I
feel like
realize
accepted what it did to
now.
Vix.
I feel like the pedestals are important for the time travel, though, and anything to do with them, we should be taking like keys and pieces. But like, if we find people and books and treasures and stuff, maybe we should leave them.
You haven't lost your people, your loved ones already. I have. That's what's different. I didn't realize until you said that now, Tinka. You're not willing
Oh, I'm not
to do
talking about
everything.
myself. I
You're
don't
not
have
willing
any
to
loved
do
ones.
everything to find them because you haven't lost. You don't have any. Oh,
My loved ones are dead. There's no
Mine
ones are
finding
dead,
them.
too.
mine are lost, and I'm trying to find them.
The closest thing I have to a loved one that I could possibly lose is Vix and Viz.
But
And
your loved ones that you lost before, that was before we changed the timeline, Soen. Who's to
We
say that
literally
they're
found his
lost?
stuff in the middle of the timeline changing. It was in the.
Was that after the timeline change?
It was after the timeline
It
change
was.
that we found the book
Okay. Yeah,
in
you
the
found it
tower.
right before
That
leaving.
was one of them.
Uh huh.
But there was, you were looking for other people. But what's to
No,
say
I'm
that they're
looking for my
missing too?
uncle. That's all I'm
Oh,
looking
just
for.
your uncle. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I
But
know
if we
that you
change this
taken
timeline, it might fuck it up.
on
I just
slave
want us
ship?
to be
Slave
realistic
ship?
that we can't guarantee we'll be making changes for the better. We could be making changes that end up with people dead.
You're
and
correct.
there's no
Yeah.
guarantee we can get back.
Yeah.
So
The only change that we're trying to do is stop the mist. Like, that's the only thing that we are trying to do. But other things we do could fuck things up.
like I'm fine with whatever you guys decide. I think it's going to be in the moment, but if we go into this 50-50, we're going to fuck things up either way.
I think you're correct to make us
Yeah.
all aware, to be conscientious and mindful before going in here, to think of those things. I think this is the correct call to make sure that we are all.
But yes, I know you love
the
the
same
book.
page.
We probably shouldn't do it again. You know?
Yeah, anything magical books, people that are
I-
supposed to
But
die.
counterpoint,
need to
we
leave
did
to die.
say
I'm
we
not-
would take the magic items to give back to the city,
I'm,
the ones that aren't beneficial to us. So,
Right. We told them we would take things. So
do we
I-
risk the
just be
future
careful.
for the possibility of a greater outcome for the timeline we're in? I
don't
guess
think
it's
that we
like one
should.
of those questions.
That's what all people have to do. And the people who
Leon's gonna
choose yes
say-
are the great people we remember throughout history.
Is risking the
Uh,
timeline worth restoring this civilization to where they're able to thrive on their own? That is what we were sent here to do.
Yeah, that's to stop the mist. But what are you talking about taking that's going to restore the world? Like, what are you talking about?
I don't mean the world. I'm saying the whole reason we're here is one, to stop the mist, and then two, to help find items so these beast folk don't starve to death, so they can become a
Yeah.
civilization again. If we ignore all the
can-
items, are we ensuring their death?
Let's look for items that are currently in the building in this timeline as we travel through, and we'll bring those back to them. But we
Okay.
probably shouldn't bring back items from another timeline for them.
Like, if it seems like it's directly connected to the blood mage, maybe we don't touch it.
Or maybe we
Uh,
do to investigate it.
You're trying to get double cursed.
I'm trying to find out what the fuck they're doing.
And Leon's gonna
do
look
need
at
to find
them
that out.
kind of weird. He's gonna say, "Look, we have a mission here. Like there's a war of cosmic proportions happening. I don't really understand why we're kind of splitting hairs here about the timeline. There's a larger thing happening here, and I think we have to be aware of that."
I think it comes down to the first time we came out of this, there was a war. What could be worse than that? What could we possibly come back to? Genocide?
Yeah.
apocalypse,
Yeah.
famine, disease.
Everything.
Like we
World
have to
peace.
just take those. Well,
I don't think
let's
we're
World
hope we
gonna
make the
hunger
right
being
that.
choice.
solved.
I don't think we're gonna come out of it with world peace unless we kill all the blood mages and know that they're all dead. I think that's the only way we're gonna know that we have
I
a
think
chance.
that's our mission, is to kill all the blood mages.
I think Leon's just gonna roll his eyes in frustration, and then he's just gonna start like going towards
The castle.
one. Yeah, are we at a crossroad? Are we at
Okay.
a crossroad right now?
I
Is that
think
where
we're
we
at a
are, DM?
crossroads. Okay, how about
DM?
You're at basically a pathway, or the option to cross the pathway and go into the woods. It's not even a crossroads. It's like there's one entryway in, or you venture further into the natural.
Okay, Leon's just gonna start walking in. He's just gonna be like, "Are you guys coming or not?" And he's just gonna start walking in.
Someone
Alright,
just
don't
follows
touch anything.
Leon.
I vote that Leon gets Leon is the veto on any items we want to take.
Deal.
Fine.
All right.
And Tide. Tide has a good mindset too.
Yes. Let them decide. They're most
Take that
moral.
I don't know about Tide.
I
He doesn't
think
really pay
we're
attention to the
okay.
objects he has.
That's true. That's true.
And Leon's gonna be muttering under his breath about how like they're worrying about the smallest of things here. This is such a small
It's
potato
not
issue in the
small,
greater
a
world
world.
here.
It's small potatoes until we
World.
change the timeline and the clerics don't they don't like you anymore until you're ousted out of your religion.
Well, for
That's
every
true.
second we spend arguing about this, a month passes
No,
outside of
we're-
this
I'm
island.
not saying we're gonna know what's gonna happen. I just need us
also
all to be
wait.
accepting that anything could happen, and we need to be prepared for hardship after.
All right,
is-
since it
is the
appears like
ship-
Timothy is like the first one to follow Leon. Leon's just gonna like fist
Okay,
bump and
I am
finger
gonna
gun,
follow,
and they're gonna head on
however,
in.
DM, is the ship in our bottle in our bag, or is it on its own? What's in the bottle again?
Yeah, so the bottle is probably the size of, just kind of like to give you a reference, probably the size of like a baseball. It is currently in Tide's possession. I would say more than likely in his bag.
No, what's in the bottle? What's in the bottle?
The
What
ship.
did we put in it?
The only thing that can go inside the bottle
Uh.
is the ship and anything that was on the ship.
Are all the staff
people
inside
are
the
in-
bottle?
Your
All of
entire
them?
crew is in there. Yes.
Okay, so we're not abandoning anyone in case we come
Correct.
back a month later. Is all
Yeah,
I'm trying to
that was
confirm.
that
Okay.
was what you guys decided last time, was in case some timey-wimey stuff happened, it would
Okay.
be best that you take them with you.
Yep. Yup.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember what we decided on that, so I just wanted to
That's
make
okay.
sure.
Yeah. You guys are good. Cool.
We really
All right,
should
I'm
have said our
following.
goodbyes to everyone before we did this, huh?
To who? We just
To
have each other at
Viz.
this point.
I should have told him.
You did say goodbye to Viz. He went off to do his thing, and you said goodbye, and you said stay in touch with me.
Someone's scared. I'm gonna cast invisibility.
What the hell is that?
She's like a freaking
Someone's suddenly gone.
Oh, I don't want
So,
to. I don't
you
want
better be
to waste my
following
spell.
us, or we could change the timeline, and you could be
I'm
dead. So
invisible.
Uh,
And someone
words-
makes spooky ghost sounds while she moves around them.
Still loud AF.
I find some chains. I'm gonna fucking jingle
Jacob
them around.
Marley this?
Yes.
Bard of Christmas Past.
Yes. 'Tis the season.
Okay, so you guys, following Leon, if you choose to, I assume you do, start to make your way to this large building. It's enormous, much larger than anything you've seen, actually. The construction is not like Kyrosian architecture, not that you've seen. Even for those who are from like elvish areas, there's something that's like uniquely its own kind of architecture. These walls stand well over 150 feet tall. The gate kind of entryway is 50 feet tall. I mean, it's huge. This is enormous. You don't really have a good gauge for like what would be in there. However, the door handle seems to be at a more reasonable level, kind of like the door placing. So let me show you kind of this ornately carved entryway with these three arching door spaces. On the door, a couple things you notice. It's not just closed, but it seems to be sealed. Just at first glance, there's like not like any kind of like gap anywhere. It's everything's touching. On the frame, there are inscriptions etched into the surface. Anybody can make me an intelligence check for those who are examining the door, or you can make any other thing you want to do here. By all means, it's up to you.
Are they like elvish
Okay, I can still
inscriptions?
cast actions. I just can't cast spells. Okay.
Oh.
The language. Are you specifically looking for the language? And I guess with your nat 20.
Well, I
dope.
mean, I'm just more asking. Like, I'm doing the
yeah.
inscription things.
So
yeah.
so looking at the door, these investigations are all great investigations for her. And Tinka, the best thing you can kind of tell is like this is very
I just want to
ornately
see if it's a
carved.
language I understand.
Yeah. Nothing here. I don't think anyone, or I don't think you know any of the languages that are inscribed on the door, but you do recognize them as being language. Faline, Leon, Silwyn. Silwyn, same thing. You recognize at first glance these are languages. However, they're awfully high up. The other thing you would note is that to cast your comprehend languages, you have to be able to touch
Comprehend.
the surface, and this
and
is
I have
out
to
of touch.
leave invisibility.
You also
I'm
have
sure
to
not
leave
doing that.
invisibility. Yes.
I have an idea.
Okay.
She has to touch the writing.
She has to be able to touch the surface that the writing is on.
How far up is it?
If the writing was transcribed onto something, would she be able to touch the paper?
She would.
Oh my god, like take a rubbing?
Well, I can send Vizzy up. I can look through his eyes and try my best to duplicate it.
Leon could also do this with Mage Hand.
So
We do a rubbing with Mage Hand.
Oh, you could do a rubbing with Mage Hand.
Yeah.
real quick, two other things to note. Faline and Leon, you guys do pick up on things with your rolls. Faline, there is language here that you do recognize, and it's not Elvish, but it's Sylvan. It's Fey language.
Okay.
The inscription says "wild and untamed."
Ooh. Guys, this is like written in Fey, and it says wild and untamed, so this is gonna be dangerous.
Leon, you also see inscriptions, but two I think that you recognize. One in Celestial and one in Primordial. The Primordial says world-shaping essence, and Celestial says vast, unbound expanse. And then there is a fourth inscription you can't read.
The one I can't read so Leon in his diary made note of the ones in like the previous tower. So
Mhm.
like referencing those, does it look like it's similar?
History check. Yes. Yes, it looks very similar. And actually, Silwyn, with your investigation, also looks very similar to you. Something you recognize.
Oh no, is this mom?
Perhaps Abyssal?
Abyssal? Oh shit.
Fuck, I have Infernal.
Perhaps the language
so-
that your
so
book is written in.
My book!
So
Oh,
so
God.
Leon's gonna provide
that to herself.
the other translations and then say that he this other one looks the same as what the other tower we saw.
Silwyn, with your investigation, you also notice the inscriptions aren't just inscriptions, but there is also some carvings that are kind of etched into the doorway.
My tree of Gondor. Do I
The
speak
Tree of
and
Gondor.
enter?
Okay.
Melon. Melon. Is that the secret word? Sorry.
Um,
Time, an hourglass above the white tree of Gondor.
Did anyone roll
Mist
for him?
all around it. What the fuck does this mean?
Did anyone roll for what?
Sorry, Himothy. Himothy wanted someone to roll for him, so I rolled,
Oh,
but I
gotcha.
don't know what to add.
For
It was also
was
5
this-
minutes ago.
This
I don't know
was,
if anyone.
investigation or which one for was it? Intelligence.
He wanted to investigate.
It was-
more.
Is it +0? Certainly. Cool. Toast is gonna get his food. Okay. So seeing these inscriptions, kind of these carvings, you definitely pick out this hourglass symbol, this tree symbol. There are 2 other things here though that not as recognizable.
Is it infernal?
Not a language. These are symbols. It's more.
Oh, how high up are they?
These are probably 30 feet up.
I can't get up that high.
Can't get up that high. Could look at Vizzy or look through Vizzy.
Oh, that's a good idea. Who wants to be standing next to me? We'll say Tide this time. She's just gonna grab his arm and go deafblind and conduit.
Cool. Give me
DBC.
perception investigation. I think your perception's higher through Vizzy.
Yeah, I believe so. But my rolls are ass.
rolls
Sick.
are
No.
Can't really make out what this is. That center line kind of looks like smoke. It seems to run the entire
Oh.
span all the way down. On the right side, it doesn't look quite like smoke. Looks like something else.
Does that symbol in the hourglass look like anything she saw in the book or in the ring that she was explaining to the sheriff?
History check.
Okay. Can I do that as Tinka? Because she'd be thinking
Yes, it would be Tinka.
that. Fuck, man.
This,
Doesn't remember.
yeah, think of it's escaping you. Escaping you. It's a unique symbol. Something strange. about
Okay,
it.
so she's gonna come out of it and just dive straight into her books and like disassociate from all of them and just try and desperately find any memories of that day.
Okay.
That's
Anybody
it.
else want to do anything?
Are there any like dead trees or anything like that nearby? Like branches, logs, anything like something I can stack to try to climb up the door?
Like 30 feet up.
Yeah.
How wide across is the door?
15-ish feet across.
15 feet is
Mhm.
how big the doorway is, so I
It's
can't
a-
Spider-Man my way up
It is
there.
an
You can
enormous
use Mage
door.
Hand. Mage Hand for like rubbing.
Wait,
if you
yeah,
want.
wait, can I use my mage hand to... Okay, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, charcoal and
Alright.
paper for sure. You could make a rubbing.
All right, I'm gonna.
What are you
I'm
making
gonna
a rubbing
rub in, all the wording at the top of the door.
Okay. So like the abyssal thing.
Yeah, we're gonna make on the abyssal and shit like that. Just
You both
pretty
of you
much
have mage
everything.
hand?
Everything, and now I've come out of.
I
I've
have
suddenly
to, yeah.
appeared, no longer invisible. Hello, everybody. Wasted a level 2
'Cause
spell slot.
I think this is a double mage hand scenario if we have to. One to hold the paper, one to get the etching.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Leon
probably.
Leon, can you
use
help me
mage
out?
hand to help as
Can you help me
well, yeah.
out? There we go. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Okay, great.
Perfect.
Double mage hand action
Yeah.
going on there. We don't have to dex throw or whatever on this,
No.
do we? How we
No,
can work
I'm-
together.
I think with
Great.
you guys
Thanks.
working together, that's totally sufficient.
And while working together, Leon will whistle.
Just beautiful. Not quite as good as before, but
Thank God. It's not angelic this time.
great. I am so glad to see you back, Himbo. TC. Okay.
Welcome back.
So you have this etching. It's clear. It's clear enough that if you wanted to cast, you could. Comprehend languages, at least.
All right, time to comprehend languages. Oh, it's a level 1. Oh, thank God. I thought it was a level 2 spell for some fucking reason. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Isn't it also
Oh,
can't you also
Oh,
ritually
I, didn't
cast
mean
it?
to, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I can also ritually cast it.
Probably wise to not
Right,
spend
Con,
a
Why don't
ritual
you
usually
do
spell.
cast it
that?
always.
Yeah, why don't you do a 10-minute ritual cast?
Learn
wink,
from me.
wink, wink. Don't spend
All
that
right,
spell slot.
I'm gonna do a 10-minute ritual cast.
So the
we're not doing
abyssal-
it
Which
now.
really, as a bard, which really just means I'm gonna sing you all, sit right back, and I'll sing you a tale of a fateful ship that carried
God.
passengers
Shinka
on
scoots
3-hour
away
trip.
from the noise.
Someone just sings the
trying to
entire Gilligan's
study.
Island theme song
10 minutes pass.
repeatedly for 10 minutes.
You do recognize the abyssal as it becomes more familiar, especially as you can like comprehend the language. Again, you get the literal translation, nothing more. This says aging all, untouched itself.
Aging all, untouched itself for the abyssal. Okay.
Mhm.
What about the other languages?
The other ones are the same as everyone else's, right? So the other three that I put in the chat.
So they're all. so
Yeah,
they're-
we've all
Okay.
like.
Okay, that's it. That's all of them. Okay.
Yeah,
we
wild and
translated it all,
untamed,
yeah.
world-shaping essence, vast unbound expanse, and then aging all, untouched itself.
Do
The
you guys think
abyssal is
that
concerning.
this
It makes
is
it-
like seems like it's multiple languages? It's like a really ancient. We don't really recognize this building. Like, do you think that this is supposed to be here like this? Like, maybe this is like the mist. Maybe this is the island where the mist was born.
This
seems like
some
really
brutal
old.
magic.
Yeah, this seems like really old shit. Like, yeah, universe bending shit.
Well, so
Universe
the other thing to
creation.
keep in mind is the wolf, if this was translated to me, which I believe it was, but I don't know, the wolf said the mist was most of his life. So
I
at
thought
some
he said
point,
all of his life.
he said long time, most of life.
But he said it
Right,
was
Britt?
new.
Yeah,
he said it was new.
No, most of life.
New in the aspect of his timeline.
Most of life. Okay.
Most of life.
But, which makes me think this is a chain reaction of what we did the first time. But I don't know how that would affect the wolf's timeline, if that makes any sense.
What if the timeline, like, what if this island timeline stuff doesn't affect this island for some reason?
What if this
I
island
think
is
we have
outside
to
of
go
time and
in.
space?
Like, we were warned that this island was dangerous and different. And that lady came and talked to us, right? So, like,
Well, and that people didn't come back.
yeah, people didn't come back. So, what if this is like a timeline?
What if we can
Bubble.
save them? Like, what if they're still alive in here somewhere?
I
What if
thought
they
you
just
said we
lived
were gonna
out-
let people die.
Well, we don't really, I'm not saying I know what's going to happen. I'm saying that we don't know what's going to happen, and we just kind of have to be okay with the idea that we could really change the lives that
I
we're
mean,
used to.
those people also may not have gone missing. They may be in a timeline like bubble, or they might be still
may be
on their
dead.
way back. They might also be on their way back from a different timeline. It took us 30 days. Like, we were gone 30 days, right?
I think we were gone multiple months.
Couple months, yeah.
Multiple months. Yeah. So, like, what if this island is more powerful than what we experienced and people are gone like decades or more?
Either way, I say we just do it. I'm not
Heed
saying
the
we
call
take
for
everything we
caution.
see.
Heed
Heed the call for caution, exactly. Just like, don't beat yourselves up if we end up hurting people you love. It's the risk that we're taking. And if we don't want to take it, now is the time to say so. And I know it's
the risk
hypocritical
we
coming
have
from
to
me.
take. There's the world at large is at stake. We must do this.
All I'm
I
saying
think-
is if I lose Viz, don't talk to me for a few days. Leave me the fuck alone.
You know, my
Well,
uncle
Viz
used to
might
always
already
tell me,
be
with great
gone.
power comes great responsibility.
Oh God.
Okay, if we find any text or anything as we're traveling through this place that helps explain this place a little bit more, I think we should try to read it. Any logs or things like that.
With Mage Hand.
Let's just slow down and take things carefully, okay? Just let's approach it logically and not jump the gun.
It seems like really, like, it might be really powerful magic. This is all I'm concerned about us fucking with.
Well, it seems like what we were sent here to do, so
Mm.
all right, we going in?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Does the door appear like is it like
I don't think-
shut or is there a
can
way
we
to
get
open
in?
it? Like is there?
I think it's locked, isn't it?
Yeah, it is- it is
It
sealed.
It looked like it was sealed.
Yeah, so like we need to figure out how to get in. like-
Can I place a hand on it and do an Arcana check to see if there's anything magic running through it currently, or if this spell is faded?
Yes, you can.
Oh, I get rolled a
Dude.
But that one I think would get a +2 because it's the history
It's
check
the-
for something magical. Or the magic
well,
check for
it's
something. I don't know any.
I will actually tell you this is carved in stone. You get don't you? Is it a? Do you get a reroll? What's the?
I have no idea. I honestly can't find anything that has to do with rock. But I might just be stupid.
Rock gnomes.
The only thing I can find is the artificer's lore, which like is helpful but not always.
Yeah, it won't be here. This would be
Well,
more.
didn't you say before? Sorry, go ahead.
No, you got it.
So didn't you say before that the architecture was vaguely elvish of the
Yeah.
building?
Yeah.
It's vaguely elvish. And this is the only thing that I think would be recognizable. Neither of you would know this as like elvish in like a traditional sense. It's vaguely elvish in that like there are elements here you're like I can kind of see that as being elvish, but also the hell. Faylene,
we
you
saw
can
this building once already. and
Yeah,
told
when you
me
guys
that
were passing
was,
through.
like, odd. It was
yeah,
like look kind of elvish, but not.
right.
normal
There's something very strange
elvish.
about it. And in the history check you rolled before, I think we determined that like your history of and actually I don't remember, did we do history? I want to make you roll it again. Faylene, roll me history or nature about this space. Either one.
It's the same
Mm.
number. either way.
Perfect. 19.
Oh, beautiful.
This is great. I am very glad. Okay. History. I'm gonna give you some natural history things and also history from like what you would probably know from the Enclave, things you've studied. There is no architecture like this on Kyrios. Or at least not that is made of Kyrios. Not that has been created here. You have encountered books, never personally, but books. And I think part of the reason why you're so intrigued with Fey things is because there are certainly more Fey creatures in where you're from, but there is also a history, a collective history of Fey relation of like what the other world would have been. There, like the concept of like being elven born and being tied to Fey beings, the histories of the elves in Kyrios and like what came through being passed down generations in like history books that may remain thousands of years later about people who came from a Fey plane. And
Yeah, a different
something
realm,
in
right?
your history, like something about this triggers and you think vaguely elvish, these elongated features, the architecture here, something about this seems quite Fey. I don't know how you would know that about architecture other than the fact that like the Fey were a people. They were like there are almost in like this arch Fey group of near elvish like folk who existed in this pristine environment that was supposed to be glorious and beautiful and also wild and chaotic, but you knew that they existed. And the fact that this building is here, it's out of place, it looks like it's inside a mountain and only some pieces are kind of poking through with this architecture and again like this history thing. You recognize like some of the nature here, some of the flora. This is not Kyrosian flora. It's like some of it's a little unnaturally colored. There are very fluorescent colors in some of these areas, and especially these crystalline structures. So the more you think about it, the more you kind of glean that I don't think this is from this plane. And though planar travel isn't like a thing that really necessarily exists, you are becoming more aware that like that divergence that has to have occurred was probably, especially the more you guys have talked about it in this time incongruence, the more it seems like this might be a collision of planar spaces.
That's what I was gonna say. Like this, like building collided with this mountain and it's stuck here. Like I'm gonna like everything he said. I'll just reiterate to everyone else. That's a lot of information to try to repeat.
Ton of info.
Didn't you say earlier that Fae are tricky?
They are, yes.
We should look for like any other way in. Because if they're tricky, a door seems like the obvious way to get in. Maybe there's a trapdoor or a puzzle or something that opens it.
Or it could even be like Fey blood or something too. Can sometimes work. Things like that. But yes, we should look for puzzles, traps, things like that.
And I know we don't want to blow all of our spells unless we sleep, but we have like finding magic. Like somebody has a.
Do you guys
Detect
remember that
magic.
tree?
Mhm.
Do you
Right.
guys remember that tree, the tree of life?
Yeah,
This
this
carving
looks,
is the tree of life.
I wouldn't be surprised. It kind of looks like
Can
it.
you take that leaf out and touch it to the door and see if anything happens?
I think
Yeah.
the leaf crumbled
Also-
already, didn't it?
It didn't
No, she had it
crumble. It
flat.
just lost its power as soon
Yeah,
as I
but
like
who knows?
took it
Maybe
away.
It's like a
it's gonna
dried
be
leaf.
recognized.
Yeah, it's just
maybe
like
it's
a
gonna
leaf
be
now.
recognized.
And I
It's
have a
so funny.
branch as well from the tree, so I'll just take the
Also-
branch and the leaf out and like press it against the door and see.
You still have- I think I
Can
thought
you
took the
post the
sap,
translated
too. Did you
text in
take
the chat?
sap? I don't remember.
Yeah, I'll post it in there again. Hang on.
Oh yeah,
Thank
thanks.
you. Like all of the. It was 3 languages or 4 languages?
was
It's
four.
4 of them.
Mm.
I missed one.
I have to delete some of the info out of here. You're not allowed to see it. Okay. Okay, when you press the tree against the door, the pieces of tree against the door, are you doing it against the tree area specifically? Like, I guess it's a little too high. It's about 30 feet up.
Yeah. Okay, then I'll just
Just
press
against
the door.
the door in general. You
I'll
feel
Somebody
just,
got mage hands.
I'll also just try like pressing my hand. Like I'm
Yeah.
Fae, I am elf.
Sure, yeah.
So
Fae-
I'm just gonna like put my
yeah,
hand on the door
yeah,
too.
for sure. So when you place your hand, nothing happens. When you place the elements, the natural elements, you feel a hum from behind the door. Very
Is it by the Sylvan area?
soft and gentle. It is by the Sylvan.
Okay,
area.
okay. Tinka's gonna put her pocket watch up to the door and see if the abyssal one does anything.
That hum gets more vibrant.
Okay. We need an element and we need something from space. The rock piece, the rock key thing we have. Put that up
Yeah.
to the door.
Yeah.
We need an element. Gold. Somebody put a piece of gold up to the door too.
There's also like water.
Oh,
type, like
Someone
water
touches
is
her
good.
cheek to the door.
Need water?
Yeah,
I
like
can
Yeah,
try
put
some
some
water
water.
against the door. Do we have air or anything? We have earth, right? We already have earth.
I think it's just one element because it's only
One
been one
element.
thing.
Oh,
element.
okay, then water. Yeah, Tide, can you do like
So
a
like
little-
gold or water. Let's do gold so he doesn't waste his spell. Like gold we have in our pocket.
Oh, I thought he just had like cantrips for water because of his genasi
I think.
thing.
Oh, is it the
Yeah,
daily
it's
thing that we
whenever
can
he
do?
rests. It's not a spell.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
We also have the
Let's
the
look for gold
flask.
then. Oh, we have a flask, yeah.
We could
But
here.
we
Somebody
can
take my
do-
flask and pour water on.
Well, we have gold coins. I mean, just grab gold.
I don't know
coins.
if they're considering gold an element the way that Bridget considers gold an element.
Yeah, I mean, I would think
Chemistry
like
element.
water, air,
Like, water is
fire.
probably smart.
Oh, you could also do fire, cantrip as well.
Well, I have my watch up to it. If I pull my watch away, does the buzzing get lesser?
It does.
Okay, so I need to hold this here. Somebody get my water flask and put, I don't know, like
Here.
pour water on the door or something.
I'll pour the water. I'll pour the water on the door.
Nothing.
And then space rock. That rock. Oh, okay.
Okay, so are you looking like the Aeon shard? Is that what you're referring to? The Leon house?
Yeah, I think that might count for space because I think it's the closest thing we have to space.
Celestial. Yeah. Well, I guess it's also I think attached to Leon's holy symbol, which was the other thing I was going to try. So Leon
Yeah,
will
you-
pull
stick
that
it
up
against there.
to the door as well.
When you did your spell that lets you see good and evil, did you ever see anything celestial?
Leon will kind of look down at himself a little bit and be like, yeah,
Was it you?
yeah.
Meta.
Just for giggles, touch the door.
Well, I saw him
Why?
already. I saw him
I
already.
thought
as
it was Anna, to be
celestial. I saw him as celestial.
Yeah,
with my
you would
spell
have.
that
Yeah,
I had.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you say just
I'm
touch
just
the
gonna be
door?
like, Leon,
Touch the door, you're
press
celestial.
your symbol and yourself on the door.
All right.
Hug the
Leon
door.
will, at first he's gonna like hold up the necklace in front of him, and then he's just gonna like drop it back to his chest and just like put his hand up instead and touch the door.
You hear a rumbling from somewhere deep.
Okay. Try the rock.
Did the water do anything?
The water did
didn't
nothing.
work. Oh wait, that's not the rock. Okay, element. I need to hold this
Can
here.
you do? Yeah. Can someone just hold? Think a fire. Do a fire.
With her free hand, she's gonna try a fireball.
Okay. As soon as the
Weaving it around her
flame,
friend so no one gets.
yeah, as soon as the flame touches the door, you see that smoke materializes to actual smoke, and a seam splits down the center, and the stone opens, and you hear just a rumbling.
On guard, step back, get ready.
All right.
The doorway opens, and inside you step.
Check for traps before
Okay,
we step inside.
sure. Okay, yeah.
What is it? Perception or investigation?
Investigation,
right?
yeah.
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 Oh.
Nothing seems trapped.
I only
But
see
there's a
dark.
big
Is that
hole.
intentional?
Oh,
I found it.
perception
Hold
for what we see, though, right? Not investigation for its perception, right?
Perception
There
for
you go.
what you see.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing that.
Well, usually, usually the way it is, like, if you're looking, if you're actively trying to find something, then it's investigation. Otherwise, it's perception if you're not, like, actively trying.
Yeah, that sounds right.
All right, well, I don't know. Leon's definitely trying to be very cautious because he literally was just taken out by an assassin vine, so he's proceeding cautiously looking
For
for
those
traps.
that
Okay.
can't see, I don't know if y'all can see, there's a big hole in the floor coming up.
I think everybody
um,
should.
It
Anna's.
looks like there's lights on the wall, right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
So when you guys get in here, don't even need perception rolls. As soon as you step in, the sconces on the walls light up, and you see these yellow flames emit. And yes, this is stone floor below you. And then further into the room, you see where the stone floor peters off. There is it's not really well depicted on here, but there is a slight stair that treads upwards for about 10 feet at this line. Let me draw the line here-ish. Oh, that's not a good line. Starting here, kind of ending here. Kind of like a...
So that's like
bridgeway.
stairs going up?
It's stairs that lead to this kind of middle area where it's sunken out.
Okay, but like, does that put us over the hole, or are we gonna have to traverse the
You
hole?
will have to traverse the hole, and
Okay.
that's where we're gonna pick up next time because it's 9 o'clock.